some volume. Beats by Jay. Right? Bang, bang,
World premiere.
bang, bang, bang. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode number 9. And just want to give our quick introductions. To my right, we got our guru, our main man, Rafa, to my right.
What up?
We have producer Eddie Money. Thank you for joining us, Eddie. And then we have a special guest, our social media manager, Jay Bird.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's give Jay Bird a round of applause because he's been kicking ass.
Thank you.
He has been kicking ass,
try.
making us laugh. Everyone loves. So Jay sends me, like clips. Like, what do you think about this? I go, whatever's more offensive.
Yeah. But you know what?
For sure.
Yeah. In my crates, I have
So
I have some lethal wood, but I keep it.
We keep it
timid.
a little bit PG.
Yeah.
We haven't unleashed. We haven't unleashed the beast yet. But we want to go over a little recap. We just came back from Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Last we were there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Came back Monday and
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. What the win! Big shout out to the wonderful Wynn Resort and Casino. If you have never been there, it is the cream of the crop, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's not even pumping them up. It is 100% the best resort and casino in Vegas, and we got treated like kings. Came us by the glass. Came us by the glass for 4 days in a row, and then we had VIP to the USC game.
That was awesome.
Unbelievable limo ride. I mean, literally, if you saw, we put it on our social media, we were 50-yard line. You couldn't get any closer. I mean,
we're almost in the huddles.
Yes, 100%. And that was amazing. And thank you to Rafa for the invitation, man. That was unbelievable.
We had an awesome time.
Awesome time. And then we did the Raider game. Ate at some amazing restaurants. Kumi sure. At the Mandalay Bay.
Lakeside,
Red 8. All amazing places. And so going into that, let me introduce my homie to my left, Mr. Silver Oak. This is in my top 3. You can't go wrong with Camus, and you can't go wrong with Silver Oak. This is just a banger. And Rafa, what are you sipping on?
I'm still drinking cigar malt from Dalmore.
From
that beautiful win a couple weeks back from Eddie.
So speaking of win, not the Vegas, but I lost another bet to Rafa.
Yeah. That was from our first episode, actually, which probably nobody watched. But all 12 viewers saw you predict Aaron Judge to the San Francisco Giants.
Yes, and you gave me 5-1 odds.
Yeah.
And I said, sweet, I'll take 200 on it. And then some dude, I forget what writer.
Zero relevance.
Yeah, came out and said, boom, he's going to the Giants.
So you were excited, cashing bets.
Oh, I was like, cashing, how do you say?
Cashing bets, snapping necks.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, he got snapped his own neck.
I was like, I got him. I don't know, am I 0-5?
Yeah, it's 0 in a lot. I don't know what
It's
it is.
0
It's 4,
5,
it's 5,
yes.
it feels like 100.
I'm just going to stop making bets with Rafa.
I believe this is
But speaking of bets, if you tuned in to our last episode, we had a side bet, and it was Mike White from the New York Jets. We'll have an over 80 QBR. And what was the words that Eddie Money used?
I don't remember.
Oh, no.
Go ahead. You said...
I said I'll bet that because I know I'm not going to.
Because I know
I'm not going to lose.
Yeah.
That is the kiss of death.
What was his QBR at the end of the game?
I think it was 23.
23 QBR.
Woo!
Wow. Minimum of 80 required.
Yikes.
So that hurt.
So we're going to do that. Not yet. The pie in the face is coming, people. So just hold on. The pie in the face is coming, and it's going to be great. And speaking of that, man, we kicked ass in Vegas. And if you guys paid attention, like I told you to, go grab a pen and paper again right now. We'll wait for you. Go grab a pen because Rafa was 5-0
Last week. We
on
were
the
on
Blue
fire.
Chicks. Yeah. And I played them. I played them all in Vegas, which means I came home with some money. Yeah, so that
100% winner right there.
100% winner. And I think out of 7 or 8 plays, I only lost 1 play. And I was riding with Rafa all the way. It was awesome.
Yeah, we were debating before the game betting on USC.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, Eddie starts getting phone calls. And Eddie's like, this guy loses all the time. This guy loses all the time.
Yeah.
This guy's talking about he's putting half his mortgage on it.
Yes.
His kids are only going to get half the shit on their Christmas list. He's betting the Trojans. And so I looked over at Eddie. We walked out to the window, and I'm betting on Utah.
Yeah. It was the right move. So I said, this dude's betting on SC. This dude, I go, they have a little bit of mush
So
in
you
them.
knew which way to go.
So, yeah, we went the other way.
Yeah.
We went the other way,
Yeah.
and we crushed it.
We went Utah in the USC more than it. We were in the Champions Club, but everyone in there was SC fans.
Okay.
I mean, there was.
Yeah, we were on the SC side for sure. But
Look at this. The Lakers just won the game. Oh! We're tuning in. The Lakers have
Too
come back
fast.
from 10 in the last minute now.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, it was crazy. And, we didn't want to say anything, and we were down 17-3. And we also had the over, so we were kind of cheering for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, but, we wanted to win both, and we did.
But it was cool. I mean, we ran into Willie McGinnis 3 or 4 times, Reggie Bush, Mark Sanchez, Liner. I mean, it was Keyshawn. It was a really cool event. And Allegiant was on fire. I had been to Allegiant 3 or 4 times, but the environment, it was a college
On
environment.
Friday night, Utah fans were insane.
It was crazy, dude. It was so electric. It's such a better idea to have that championship there than Levi up in San Francisco. I mean, Vegas, it's just a perfect place to have a game, to have an event. So
Anthony
Oh
Davis
my
just blew
God.
the game winner. We get additional
Overtime.
We get additional overtime, and Anthony Davis, after missing that free throw, will be out for the season.
he just wants to pad his stats. So 5-0 blue chip.
There you go.
You hit Mexico, Saudi over, nailed that. UNC, Clemson, not even a doubt.
Yeah, that under was
Safe. Safe.
As the Ravens and Broncos under.
Oh my!
The over never stood a chance. with
No,
that.
no chance. We were locked in there all the way.
Seriously, people. I mean, that was such easy money, and people still listen. We're not saying, and let's do our housekeeping. Don't be a loser, right? Don't be a loser. Don't gamble on what you can't afford. Be responsible. So, well, and we're not always going to go 5-0.
No.
But
But we're in almost every game. That's
Yes.
the thing. We're in it. It's not like you feel like, shit, we lost this already.
yeah.
So,
And then Jags Lions, easy money again.
and the Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. The Raiders.
Yeah,
The Raiders
unfortunately,
last week.
Last
We
week.
banged them.
Past tense.
Yeah.
Kind
and,
of a buzzkill.
The Raiders are a touchy subject around here after last night's game. Baker Mayfield. Wow. He's not going to play that good the rest of the season.
Yeah, watch.
The rest of the season,
won't
he's
win
not.
another game.
No,
So-
probably not.
If you have,
But he won last night.
if you listen to Sports Talk Radio in LA today, it was Baker Mayfield mania.
I had to stay away.
It
I had to
was
stay away from
everyone's
NFL
like,
posts.
this is the answer.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Stafford is retiring. This is perfect. I mean,
This is perfect. They beat the Raiders,
dude,
who managed to score somehow
I-
3 points again in the second half.
I wanted to drive my truck off the road. It was like I'm like, are you
Is
serious?
it the new man in Hollywood,
Oh,
Baker
my
Mayfield.
goodness.
Dude, it was
was
like,
all- it was
seriously,
so-
you beat
oh,
the
man.
Raiders. So did the Saints. And so did the Colts.
No, there's been
And so did the Jaguars.
he made. I will give him credit. He made some nice throws.
He did.
He made
He
some
did.
nice
He did.
throws. He made some great reads. But the Raiders should have never lost that game.
Let's pump the brakes on the Baker Mayfield is the next
John Elway?
John Elway. Yeah, let's pump
just-
the brakes a little bit, people.
We can pump it. I don't think he's going to win another game this season.
So let's give our props to Eddie Money. Eddie Money was on a cold streak, but Boom. We ramped it
go.
up again. 4-1 in our props this week. Damian Pierce hit the over on rushing yards. George Kittle over on the 41.5.
No, that one.
No,
that
that's
was
the-
only
it's
one.
the loss.
That's the loss.
Garrett Wilson was a monster against the
Oh,
Vikings.
he was just getting 20. Remember watching that game against Minnesota? They could not stop him. He was getting chunks and chunks of
Yeah, they
yards.
had no chance.
Josh Palmer over 55 yards receiving. Saquon under 22, which is that's a great call, Eddie. What made you go under 22?
Teams realize that he's the only part of the offense, and so they just have to shut him down.
Man, that was a great call. So 4-1 in props last week. So that is a 9-1 people. So we are not wasting your time.
Pay attention.
Yeah,
Pay
we are
attention.
What are we
plus
doing?
9 on the blue chips.
Are we making bets and cashing checks or snapping necks?
Snapping necks.
And
Cashing checks.
there you go, Jay.
There you go.
There it is.
So
Michael asked, "What happens first? This podcast blows up, or the neighbor's house is finished?"
So, if anyone, we are in beautiful East Downey, California. For all our, this show is worldwide.
Oh, yeah.
It's YouTube. So, if you wonder where we are broadcasting from, we are in East Downey, and my neighbor's house. He's been building it for 3 years now, and got so close, and it's just not. Listen, Michael Brown. This is what I'm buying you. This house. I sat in an intersection in Valencia, California today. I'm not joking. 3 cycles of a left-hand turn, Bouquet Canyon, New Holland Ranch. I swear. 15 minutes.
No, that place is terrible.
I
don't go that far deep.
Oh my God.
You can't go that far deep. And the people who live there don't leave. The people who live in Santa Clarita don't leave.
You can't.
Oh my God, I got to go to the valley?
Oh, well, yeah.
They don't even cross Calgrove. Like, oh no, they can't go up the hill.
Because it'll take you 45 minutes to get to the freeway.
Yeah, from where they live. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But, it is what it is, Michael Brown.
It is a beautiful place, though.
It is a beautiful. I raised my family there. I know I talk a bunch of trash about it. But if you have 4 kids and you're looking for 3,500 square feet, you don't go to Downey unless you're a millionaire.
Or a drug dealer.
Yes. Many of those as well. So, do we want to go? What did we recapped Vegas, right? Great freaking time. Thank you, Rafa, again.
Oh,
and
awesome.
I'm going to tell you something about Rafa right here. This dude wasn't feeling well, and he never bitched, never complained once. Not unlike a certain guy I know in Vegas who drinks, goes hard one day, and shuts it down 3 days. This guy over here.
Oh, really? Jaybird.
I'm guilty of that. That's my
His
calling card right there.
That is his thing. He goes to Vegas like a pit bull that got let out of the backyard,
Yeah. Fucking attacks.
and he goes Jägermeister
Oh, I
First
got
night.
to. I got to.
first night,
I got to.
and he does it every
That's
time.
old me. That's a chapter in my life I want to leave behind, and I'm a new man.
Well, speaking of that, because we are gonna do something amazing for the people, and let's talk about this because we got a lot of interest, and we want to promote it again.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
Christmas giveaway, everybody.
1K giveaway, baby.
1K, December 16th,
Next Friday.
next Friday. But we are going to post some more rules now. You have to be entered by the 15th midnight because we don't want to be in here pounding away everyone and then we don't get you in. So there will be a cutoff on the 15th of midnight to get you in. And Jay, what do we want to do? You want to follow us on YouTube?
Follow us on YouTube.
Instagram.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Follow on Instagram.
Subscribe on
Subscribe
YouTube.
on YouTube. And yeah, because that post was 2 weeks ago or
Right.
so
Yeah.
that whole like and tag whatever that's already
Yeah,
Story's
share
in there.
share it with
Yeah.
share that post with 3 people. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. And we will pull from the winner from YouTube. And when we pull that, we're gonna check and see if you followed us on Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's how that's gonna get done. And we can't wait for that, man. That is
Good luck.
that is so exciting. And for the record, I think we should maybe, because listen, right now it's not a lot of people. Your odds are really good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to exclude anyone from underneath my roof.
Me as I am
Yes.
as well.
Yes. So listen, we do have big families, so if it does hit a family, if it's under our roof, we'll redraw.
Right.
And make sure that
it'll be live next week. We're gonna do it 7:30.
Yes.
So we go live at 7. We'll spin the wheel at 7:30.
Yes, and if you could make it down here in time, man, I would love to give you that cash in person. But speaking of Vegas, once we do that, we are talking about, and I'm not a lot of details yet, but we are talking about a March Madness giveaway.
We're gonna give away $5,000. But we have to have 5,000 subscribers, which is hard.
It is hard.
But we're gonna give away $5,000 the week of before March Madness actually starts. So once the bracket's out, right before the bracket weekend, that's when we're giving out the $5,000. So that way, you plan your trip with your buddies to Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
You want to take your girl, whatever.
And
but if we have 5,000 subscribers, we're gonna give out $5,000.
$5K.
You heard it here first, baby. $5K, and this way, you don't want to be greedy and not have your friends subscribe so you could win. You want to have everyone subscribe. Your Theos, your Ninos.
If we don't get to that 5,000,
that's why repost, share.
Yeah.
The content. That's how you get it out. Word of mouth. Let everyone know.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, do we want to go into a little review of World Cup first?
Let's do the World Cup.
Let's do World Cup because today was incredible. I got to see a lot of highlights, but the group chat was on fire.
Yes.
On fire today.
Now, the World Cup segment is brought to us by
Pretty Lashes. So it's sponsored. We have some sponsors this week. World Cup segment, Pretty Lashes. The link will be in the bio, in the bio, and that's my wife's business, and she's doing a Christmas holiday discount for eyelashes. She does eyelashes. She's actually doing your wife.
My wife's lashes now.
She's doing your wife right now. Her eyelashes. Her lashes. There we go again. Little Chris Collinsworth slip up. So
Collinsworth and Aikman all in one.
So World Cup brought to you by Pretty Lashes, and what a day!
What an amazing day!
What a day!
It was amazing. Croatia hung in there all the way through. They got the goal they needed, tied up, and then once it got into penalties, the Croatian team was just.
How does that happen, Ralph? I mean, listen, Croatia's they're top 5 in the world.
Well, they were a finalist in 2018, but if you watch this game, they controlled a lot of the middle, right? And so Brazil's not a team that's going to defend the whole game. Yeah. That's not their style.
No.
Right? So they controlled a lot of the ball. The percentages were really, they're pretty split.
Yeah.
But Croatia just had the touch. They played well enough. They wanted to keep it close. They knew it. We're going to keep it close the whole game. If they get a goal, we're going to come back and get one. But they wanted to get to the penalties, obviously. The way they played the whole game, they had very few attacks during that game.
Is Brazil, would you consider Brazil like the Los Angeles Dodgers of football?
No.
Super talented.
And the reason I don't consider them is because Brazil has the most World Cups ever.
Yes.
Okay. So they have, what is it, 5 or whatever. And
I think it's 5.
The next closest country might have 2.
Really?
I thought Argentina had 3.
Yeah, they could have 3, and I think Italy has 2, and France might have a couple.
Yeah,
France has a couple for sure.
Yeah.
So, but they're this style that Ronaldinho made. He perfected. So that style. So all the kids growing up want to play that style.
Yeah.
When you go back to the teams before, they had the beautiful style that they have, but they had a lot of different type players. Like their defense is not very good.
They don't have the Hulk anymore.
Hulk's been done.
Yeah.
But they don't have their defense is not, championship caliber in this type of tournament, what you need.
Okay.
Right? You need to be able to win a game 1-0, 1-1.
Yeah.
They're the Loyola Marymount of basketball in the early 90s.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right around there.
Just shoot.
That's it. So, I mean, they have amazing players. They have 20 world-class players on the roster. But
what
at
do
the end of the day,
people, I mean, I'm assuming that a lot of people had the money on Brazil now.
For sure. Well, listen, they have the best roster. They're the number one team in the world. They're favored to win it. They play, when you watch them play, it's exciting. Yeah. They're going to put up 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. But when you get into these later rounds, when you get into this knockout stage, now you're facing the big dogs. You know, they had an easy game with Korea, but now you're facing the finalists from 4 years ago. Okay, and nobody on that team, on that Croatian team, is a bum either.
No.
So strength of schedule kind of
fooled
a little bit of people?
No, not necessarily, because they did what they were supposed to do. Whoever you put there, they were going to win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You could have put them in the group of death, and they probably would have survived anyways. But if you watch them early, the first game, it was, 2-0.
Yeah.
The game after that, all the games were close until that Korea game where they just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Right? But today, they couldn't do that. That was not happening.
So if you're watching and you had Brazil, go ahead, raise your hand. Let us know. Let us know who you think is going to win, because I'm going to ask Rafa right now. Who would you think is the favorite now? Now that Brazil is out and they were the heavy favorites.
They were heavy, and Argentina was right behind them.
Is it Argentina? I mean, everyone
I
wants
don't
to
think
see
it could
Messi.
be Argentina. I think it's going to be... Portugal is my favorite. I would like to see Portugal get to the final. They have the game against Morocco tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Morocco played an amazing game against Spain, right?
Yes.
And so, but Portugal
But that's who you would like. I'm asking you who you think the favorite is now.
Whoever wins the France-England game.
Really?
Yeah.
Daniel Juarez said to hammer France.
Daddy!
There you
Daddy
go.
boy right there.
Daddy.
Hammer France.
Viva la France!
That's going to be an amazing game. It's going to be a game. You're going to have speed all over the field.
Yes.
And you're going to have world class at every position in that game.
Yes.
Every player there in that game is probably a superstar. So there's like 15 of them.
Danny is having French fries, French toast,
Oh, yeah.
and some nice...
Some crepes.
Yeah, some crepes.
He's having it all.
He's having everything French on his plate, watching that game.
Yes, and an
of his TV.
amazing bordelais.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to say Argentina. They're playing Croatia, but hey, Croatia was a finalist. They just showed you what they did to Brazil. That game on Tuesday.
Isn't it?
Argentina hasn't impressed me at all this whole tournament.
No.
Especially today's game.
Today they dominated a stretch of the game in the second half, but it didn't feel like
They had it. Like
they
owned it.
I thought when it was 2-0 it was over. I did think
Yeah.
that, but it didn't. But once they allowed that goal, you're like, oh, the other one has to be there. Like it's coming, and it was close a couple times, and then they got it.
That's what I felt, and I don't even watch soccer.
Yeah,
I was
so-
watching it, I was like, damn, this
Yes,
is
the
the
beautiful game.
Argentina, I think I feels kind of like watching Brazil in the first couple of games. Like you didn't feel like they felt like it seemed like, oh, we're here and we should fucking win.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go out there on.
The Cinderella story is everyone wants to see Messi win on this stage. I know.
Everybody wants to see
feel like I
Messi
do.
against Ronaldo in that final,
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see that.
I don't want to
How
see
big would
Messi
that
win.
be? How big would that be?
Oh, that'd be huge. That's the biggest. You'd have
Huge.
That would
Huge.
be the biggest. No, that would be the biggest watch game ever in the history of television.
It's like
whatever.
The Dodgers, Yankees, Lakers, Celtics.
Yeah, the difference with all of that is that this is on a world level.
Yeah.
Like nobody, guess what?
yeah.
Nobody in Morocco gives a fuck that the Dodgers are playing the Yankees.
No, yeah.
But guess what? They want to see Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
All the 200 countries in Africa or whatever it is, they're gonna watch Ronaldo, Messi. Everybody in the world will watch Ronaldo,
It'll be
Messi.
crazy numbers.
Oh, insane!
Crazy.
It won't even. You
People-
won't even understand.
People in Mississippi will
Tune in. They'll
tune in.
Yeah,
Yes.
that will be the biggest game ever put together. Ronaldo, Messi,
So
especially if Ronaldo.
we
starts.
reviewed those two games today. Amazing games. I mean,
Chippy.
what a
Chippy.
It got chippy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
got chippy. It reminded me of a Mexico.
USA.
No, it reminded me of Mexico in the 2002 World Cup. Yeah, that was against the U.S. I want to
Yes,
say.
they threw piss bags.
That
Oh,
was in
yes.
the that was in the
Yes.
in the Korea Japan World Cup, and Mexico was just it was stupid because they get so upset, and that's what
Who won? Who's winning? Who got mad and
U.S. I think
USA.
USA
Yeah,
won
oh,
that
okay.
game.
So
And,
Mexico got.
Oh, yeah. Mexico does that all the time, though.
Filling up Ziploc with their piss and throwing it at the players. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
But that game
don't get any ideas,
I don't know
Philly.
if you saw the Argentina player literally kick it into
that was
Holland
wild.
bench. Kicked it right into the bench. And you saw those guys get up right away. They're like, we're going.
Yeah.
And what was the thing with Messi going up to the Netherlands coach at the end?
That I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I
heard about it. I
saw it, and my wife, we were looking at that. She's like, "Ooh, what?" But it was Messi. Messi actually went up to him and said something. I don't know what it was.
Was it like an argument, or was it maybe like a sign of respect? Great game.
No,
are you not sure?
Messi went up to him, and all you saw was Messi's back of the head, and the coach was like, "You coming at me, bro?
Take it easy.
Take it easy." Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was. So let's review tomorrow's games.
I like Portugal and Morocco. I like
they're playing each other.
I like Portugal.
Oh, okay.
Against Morocco. So I like Portugal.
Talk about hedging your bets.
Yeah.
No. I like Portugal against Morocco. They look good. The last game looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've scored every game.
Yeah.
They've put up numbers.
And the coach didn't start Ronaldo,
he backed them today though.
And he worked.
Yeah, he backed them today though on
Okay.
public criticism, and he backed them. I don't think he starts them tomorrow either.
What was the reason? Was there a...
Yeah, he got upset because he was subbed out.
Yeah.
So, and then there's all this stuff in the media about the Manchester United and all that. So it made it even worse. And then he gets upset that he gets subbed out of the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, now, and it's on the world stage. You got to remember that.
Yes.
So everyone's watching this. Everyone.
Yeah.
If Americans are watching, imagine if
Yes.
MB's interested
MB.
without a penny on a game and he's watching,
Yeah.
he's weighing.
Do I say
damn Argentinian.
do I say that Richard Dice was watching?
He has zero interest.
Yes.
Richard Dice has zero interest in this, I think.
And you watch. His son
and then
Ren
the
will be the
France and England.
England. That's the late game.
That's the late
That's
game.
fire.
What do you think there?
I think there might be a revolution. I think they should play for pinks. I think like if England let's put it on the line. Let's go back to the 1600s.
Let's do it.
I mean, that's
France,
a rivalry,
I think
baby.
France wins that game. I think they win that game. They've been there. That team has been there. They have the best player in the world.
Yeah, man. There's so much history, right?
The storylines are there. The superstars are there.
Yes.
England's inability to win a big game like this.
King Charles should have to buy some baguettes and do some kind of shit.
Silly wankas.
Silly wankas.
But that's fire. I mean, God, that's
great game.
Games tomorrow. That's our World Cup brought to you by Pretty Lashes. And hopefully your wife or your girlfriend needs some lashes for the holidays, and go ahead, reach out and give you a discount. Make sure you mention two Nobodies with the mic. So on to...
Michelle said that you're drinking her wine again.
Oh, yes. So this is one of Michelle's favorites. There's a story behind that, but we're not going to get into that. When I tell my sister to go pick out a wine, she has a knack for picking the most expensive bottle.
That's a good thing.
Yes, she's gifted in that. Should we review? Let's review the NFL. We always love NFL. Let's review some storylines. A big storyline, which I saw the podcast today. I wanted to go over it, and you loved San Francisco.
I do.
Well, you loved them against the Dolphins.
I do.
And they covered easy.
Easy peasy.
And Jimmy G broke his foot.
That's terrible. And Purdy filled in.
Pretty full.
He was like 17 of 28. He threw a couple touchdowns. This week, I don't think he throws that many passes.
No.
This week, I think they a week of practice and blah, blah. I think they adjust a little bit. That he might have caught Miami off guard there, right?
Of course.
Like Baker did last night to the Raiders.
Oh, man. We'll get into that later. Lamar also sustained an injury. Knee. I mean, that was an atrocious game.
I hate these guys on ESPN and all this shit. Lamar needs to get paid and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Lamar is going to end up like RG3 if you pay him.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay,
Accurate.
Ouch.
Accurate.
Bro, RG3 might have been a better thrower than him. I don't know. No, he can throw it. No.
He has an arm.
No, he's got an arm.
Yeah.
He has zero touch to the ball. Like, he can't throw an 8-yard out, but God forbid if he rolls around and you need a 65-yard on a line, he's going to hit the receiver in stride. But anything within 18 yards, it's not him. It's not him. He has no touch. And the guys, they're always looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
Well, producer Eddie Money called out his pass catchers, which I love that you call them pass catchers, not receivers. I mean, they don't do a lot to help him out.
I don't know if that's it. The guy
best,
throws 100 miles an hour from 7 yards away.
Who's the best receiver he's ever had? Hollywood Brown?
Yeah.
And he's not very good. Hollywood COC product, by the way.
His best pass catcher is not even a wide receiver. It's Mark Andrews, their tight end.
Yeah. That's because that's the only guy strong enough to take those bullets into the body. He's got a cannon behind every throw. He has zero touch. We got to stop. There's a reason that they didn't pay him. Okay? There's a reason for it.
Well, he's a risk.
A big time. And he's not a great thrower. Michael Vick was a risk, but he was a better thrower.
He had a laser.
Exactly.
Laser.
He threw the most beautiful ball.
And he was accurate.
Yeah, he was.
He was accurate. Cam Newton was more accurate than Lamar Jackson.
Oh, hold on.
He was the MVP. Lamar was too. But Cam got to the Super Bowl.
So why do you think people keep that out? They say, they should pay him, but he, like you said,
they'll never say it. They will never say it. They can't say that shit on TV. We could say it here because nobody's watching, so we can say that shit. Russell Wilson sucks. Lamar Jackson sucks. Boom, I said it.
There you go.
But here's the thing. So it reminds me of something that. So I saw this clip the other day, and it's freaking hilarious. And we could say that because no one's watching, right? So that one clip where a guy goes out in the streets. I think it's like in Tennessee or something. He's asking, Pete, do you think that that WNBA players should get paid as much as NBA? And every person said yes. Every single person said yes, of course. They should get paid the same as NBA players. God. So he asked about 10 people, and then he goes around. He's like, okay, who's your favorite WNBA player?
Nobody knew one. They didn't know one.
And then he said, okay, who's your favorite WNBA team? And none of them, not one of them knew. God. And then he asked them again. So do you think WNBA players should get paid as much as NBA? And they all kind of said, yeah.
Maybe you're right.
So I think that's the reason I bring it up is it's a Lamar thing. Like when you ask someone, should Lamar get paid? Everyone's first reaction is like, yeah, of course. Well, Watson got paid, and
Watson threw for 5,000 yards almost.
Yeah,
but might have thrown for 5,000 yards.
But here's the thing. Think about Goff's contract. Okay, Russell Wilson's contract. Let's Kirk Cousins' contract. There's a
Dak Prescott.
There's a ton of average quarterbacks that got huge contracts.
Right.
And Lamar won an MVP.
That's fine. He won an MVP. He cannot win you a playoff game.
Bullshit. He's been to the AFC Championship or close.
Has he?
Close.
Has he?
No. He's definitely been in the playoffs.
Oh, he's been in the playoffs, all right.
Yeah.
I remember his first playoffs at home against the Chargers, got his ass whipped. I remember that.
So that's the only game, Eddie.
Look that up, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. You got to be on this shit.
I feel I feel like Lamar's been into at least 3 playoff games, and he's
probably. And has he ever won one? I'm
thinking yes.
He's won one.
Side bet? Anyone?
No.
Easy on the side bets.
He has 1-3 in his playoff career.
1-3. Okay, he's been to 4 playoffs. Yeah. He's won one game.
Okay.
He's won one game.
2 divisional, 2 wild card.
Yeah, because you got to buy. That's because he fucking won. He won one game.
So
he's won one playoff game. You can blame the receivers all you want. When the guys run, let me ask you something. In the beginning of the season, you can see Devontae Adams, who's the best receiver in football, or one of the two. At the beginning of the season, when Carr wasn't getting him the ball, what was he doing? He's upset because he's frustrated. He's not getting the ball. Imagine you send that guy to play with Lamar, and Lamar's fucking running around back there, and Devontae's running a fucking route.
Yeah.
And now now I got to come back to the fucking ball because this moron's running around like a chicken without a head. Nobody's doing that. That's why they need to get Hollywood Brown and Sammy Watkins when nobody wants them, and Mark Andrews, and all these receivers that nobody wants. Because nobody wants to sit there and watch you run around so then I can catch the ball somehow.
Hold on. That's the same reason you love Mahomes.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
But
it's not the same thing.
I mean,
Mahomes can drop back and fucking hit a slant.
Yeah.
Mahomes and Lamar, he's gonna drop back, throw a slant, 84 feet over your head.
His athleticism is holding him back. Dude,
His style of play, he's an amazing athlete.
Yeah.
100%. If he played for Army or Navy, he would be great. Georgia Tech 3 years ago.
I've seen him throw 5 touchdowns against the Rams in the Coliseum. That shit happened.
No,
saw it with
that's
my own
fine.
eyes.
I've seen him throw an interception against Buffalo in the fourth quarter.
I've seen that a couple times.
And
as
then
well.
last week they get on TV and start talking about how, it's his fault. It's the defense fault that they lost to the Jaguars. He scored 21 points against the Jaguars. Whose fault is it? Like last night, you want to tell me it's the Raiders' defensive fault that they allowed 17 points to Baker Mayfield? Why the fuck didn't you score more points, Raiders?
Man, amen.
Yes.
Come
Get me
on.
fired up right now. Give me
Stop
goosebumps.
blaming all these people. It's that you're looking for excuses. Oh, no, it's Lamar's defense. They suck. Maybe it's him.
Michael
Maybe
Brown,
it's him.
He said that Carr didn't have anyone forever, and he said QB for him. I got to say the same for Lamar.
What did he say?
That was verbatim.
What? Run it back?
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Carr didn't have anyone forever, and you say it's the quarterback for him. Say the same for Lamar. So I'm assuming
But
he's saying
that's not true though. Carr had
Amari Cooper, who was terrible, but goes to Dallas and it's
he's
fucking amazing.
Yeah,
He's a Pro Bowler. Michael Crabtree.
Yeah.
Crabtree.
It doesn't matter. Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is still playing.
Yeah.
And playing well enough.
Playing well.
Amari Cooper had cement hands.
You're right. And then he went to
When-
Dallas and he fucking had
He-
1,100 yards
yeah.
and 95 catches.
He did lead the league in drop passes 1 year with the Raiders.
No, that's fine.
the whole
Devontae's
league.
got a bunch of drops too, but nobody says he's not the best. He's the best.
Foster Moreau drops
best.
one
Every week.
game.
Every
One
week.
important one.
Every week. Every week.
Every week. So
But to me, it's Lamar's the problem. I don't think it's the receivers, the not receivers that
So
he has.
if he had an elite receiver,
I don't give a shit.
He'd be the
He's
same.
not going to get him the ball.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
He's not going to get him the ball. Give an elite. Look at Carr got an elite receiver, and what has he done? 5 games. That means he sucks. That means it's him. It's him.
no arguments here.
It's him. He's won 5 games, and they've blown ridiculous leads.
Yes.
They've scored 20 points in the first half, and they've come back the second half and scored 0 or 3.
It's 17 point leads, 120.
120, yeah.
And how many halves does he have where he scored 3 points or less? Against the Saints, they didn't score. Last night, they scored 3. Against Jacksonville, they didn't score shit.
didn't
They
score
scored
anything.
3. Against Arizona, what did they do?
And everyone wants to blame the defense.
yeah,
It drives me crazy.
it's sickening.
The defense isn't great.
It's not.
but-
It's not great. But going into that, we knew that wasn't great.
right.
So Rafa's on fire tonight,
I love
man.
it.
I love
I
it.
love it.
I love it. Feel the passion.
It's a rare
So
form right now.
let's give the people what they want. They want the blue chips. So let's roll into
The NFL slate.
NFL slate. So speaking of the Ravens in Pittsburgh, Steelers -2, over under 36 and a hook. What are you feeling, Rafa?
If I would roll with the Steelers in this game. And Baltimore's played well with Huntley at quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay, they played well. Pittsburgh, I think, is turning a corner here a little bit. So I love Tomlin. Everybody knows I love Tomlin.
Did you see him in the at halftime?
Yeah, where
That
the
was-
guy's like,
the-
"Oh, it's gonna
the
win."
The guy's
I'm fucking working.
I'm fucking working, asshole.
yeah, I saw
He
that.
scored so many points. Like no one gave him shit. Everyone loved it.
Of course, because everyone loves
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would roll with them. I'm not gonna. That's not a game I'd bet, but I'd roll with them, and maybe even the under.
Yes.
If you're looking a way to go, if you need to throw $5 on it or $10,
People always do that to me when I'm cutting concrete. I'm like, don't you see I'm working, asshole? They always want to say hi, and I'm working, man. Don't bother
Yeah,
me.
you're in a groove.
Yeah. So
Work mode, my wife calls it.
So I believe Eddie Money has a prop on this game.
Yeah, Mark Andrews over 56.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
With Huntley, that's like his favorite target. Last 5 games with him, he's had 8 for 73 on 10 targets, 11 for 115, and a touchdown on 11 targets. Basically, he averages almost like 10 targets a game with him,
I love it.
and his line has been dropping, so
So
good value.
great info right there, Eddie Money. Our next game, speaking of the Browns, a Battle of Ohio. Browns in Cincy. Bengals -5.5. Over under 46 and a hook.
I'm blue chip in this game.
Blue chip.
Blue chip game right here for me.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna blue chip the Cleveland Browns.
See? This guy over here.
Now listen, Cleveland's won 5 in a row against Cincinnati. By the way, I didn't know if you knew that.
I
a
did
fun fact right
not
there.
know
Five.
that.
By the way, 5 in a row, and 8-1 in the last 9 games, straight up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Straight up, yeah. Cleveland, they got the Watson thing. They got it out of the way last week. I think there was a lot of pressure on him last week going in there. He's literally throwing balls into the fucking ground.
It was
This
bad.
man was bowling for dollars last week.
Yes.
He literally was. I saw like 4 throws. 3 of them went into the ground.
He was
Like,
probably really tight.
he was tight. He didn't. First time he's been to Houston without a massage. By the way, I want to say.
didn't get a masseuse,
I'm
the right
almost sure of
masseuse.
that.
Oh,
But
God.
Cleveland is definitely dominated this series, and I think that looms in Bengals had a big win last week, and the whole talk
Huge
of
win.
3-0 against Mahomes
Yeah.
and Burrow and blah 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 blah.
Daddy, bro's his daddy.
It's his daddy. It's his daddy right now.
By the way, I don't know if they're watching right now, but I believe it was Amanda or Daisy loved the Bengals, and I rode with her. I said they would win by 5, the Bengals, and I think they won by 4.
Oof.
Right?
they won. It was 3 or something. They won.
That they didn't need the points.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was Daisy or Amanda and we both took that. So Daisy, I hope you're watching. Good call. That was her blue chip, the Bengals
Nice.
last week, so she took that. But this week, say it again,
I'm
Robert.
gonna roll with the Browns plus 5.5. Just on the fact they've dominated this series. 8-1 in the last 9, 5 in a row. Outright wins.
Yeah.
It's not against the spread. It is outright wins in this series. So Bengals, yes, they're rolling, but this is a divisional game. It's different.
This is big. This is why I'm not gonna say love, but if I had to guess, this line will probably move in Bengals. I bet it goes up to half a point.
It actually opened at 6.5.
Really?
Yeah, and it's now 5.5. And the total opened at 49.5. It is now. It was 46.5. It's still 46.5.
Okay.
So
So now,
blue chip the Browns this week.
yes,
Hopefully we stay hot.
yes. So let's go from the Battle of Ohio to the Battle of Texas, and we have the Texans in
At the
Dallas.
Cowboys.
Wow, this is a big line.
17.
17. I can't remember. I've seen a 17 and a half before.
There's been some very rare 20 in the
Over
NFL,
under 44. This is another pick. This is another one where I rode with Daisy, and she took the Cowboys. I said the Cowboys would win by 14 against the Colts.
They
And
won by fucking 40.
so this is is this a trap game for Cowboys? You think?
No, I don't think it's a trap game. You can't get trapped by the
Yeah.
Texans. They're worst
I'm
team in
just
the league.
saying- I'm just saying
They actually
17
Mills
and a
is
half.
going to play this week again. They benched the other kid. They benched Kyle Allen.
Yeah.
Mills will come back. If a lot of it's the Cowboys. People are going to bet America's team. I wouldn't. I'm not going to bet it. I would bet though the over on this game.
Over 44.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of like what happened this week with the Colts. Like they just start whooping their ass, and then the
just
defense kind of lets
fold it.
up. You start sitting some of the guys, and
They start looking at Bryce Young video on the sideline.
yeah,
Like-
it's maybe like one of those 41 to
Yes.
13 games or
Yes.
something like that.
They're watching CJ Stroud. What's that flicker or no? What's that huddle
The
highlights?
So Eddie likes the over 64.5 on Zeke, the
On
freak
Zeke.
this week.
Yeah, Texans are the worst defense in the league, and then Zeke gets about 16 carries a game, so he should definitely hit that mark of 64.5.
He might get that in the
for
first
sure,
half.
yeah.
He might
Yeah.
get that in the first half.
You could also go with Pollard. He was at like 71.5.
Love
Wow,
me some
okay.
Pollard. Love me some Pollard. So now we will go to the Jags
And the Titans.
in Tennessee. Tennessee -3.5. Over under 41. Rafa, your thoughts?
This is another game I'm going to blue chip.
Blue chip.
I'm going to blue chip the Titans in this game. -3.5.
Titans -3.5 after looking like a bag of poop last week. But you can't do that. You can't. This is a week-to-week league.
Week-to-week.
Week-to-week league.
The Titans are 8-2 in the last 10 games against the spread against the Jaguars. Okay? And at home, the last 6 games in this series, Tennessee's 5-1 against the spread. So I think Tennessee shouldn't have a problem here. They need to, regroup from last week. I think Derrick Henry will get involved. Trevor Lawrence didn't look good again because he's not good. Last week
I asked, so is Trevor Lawrence now? And you said, no, absolutely not.
No.
He's not that bad. You think you hate him?
I hate him.
He's not that good.
I don't think he's that good.
Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
I don't think he's that good.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I don't think he's that good. And I base him not good on one fucking game that annoyed me. I watched him play at the University of Miami his last year, first game of the season. He throws like a 6-yard out for an interception. Gets called back for penalty on the defense. Nothing to do with the interception, by the way. It's like offsides.
Yeah.
Right? Next play, comes back, throws a slant for an interception by the linebacker, gets called back for roughing the passer. Gets called back for that. Like 3 plays later, he throws another ball that's literally in the safety's hands. Is completely just a drop.
Yeah.
And they end up scoring a touchdown, and they end up fucking rolling Miami. Those 3 throws were disgusting. They were disgusting. So off of that one, I based that.
They left a bad taste in your mouth.
Horrible. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? What am I watching here? Kyle Bowler at heart? Are we crazy?
This is a great pull.
Come on.
So let me ask you this, though. So I have a question. Let me ask you this. What if he was drafted to the New England Patriots?
He'd be better. We know that. That's a simple question. We know that.
So Trevor Lawrence would be an elite quarterback, you think?
No, because Mac Brown's not an elite.
Yeah.
So
it's a process to get there. But
I mean, the kid's 6'5", 235. He has a cannon.
How big was Jamarcus Russell?
Well, no,
How
that's
big?
different. That's
Huge.
different. That is so different. This guy was actually a quarterback.
Jamarcus Russell was 6'6".
Yeah, he should have been a left tackle.
6'6", 260.
Yes.
God.
And he showed up to camp 295.
Yes.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to
Left
go.
tackle.
Yes.
I'm not a Lawrence fan, so that's my take on him. He's never done anything. I've seen him make throws, but I was I was telling someone today, every quarterback in the NFL, if you watch every game, you'll see that every quarterback makes a throw or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Matt White, Zach Wilson, everyone can make a throw. The thing is, put that shit together.
Yeah. Put
Put it together for a whole game. Baker Mayfield has been garbage for the first 13 weeks. Bro, that touchdown he threw last night?
Spot on.
He had
How
about,
about the play on second down getting out of the end zone?
he had about 5 or 6 great throws.
He had great throws.
Yeah.
How about the out that he throws for like a 12-yard out? He throws pretty much across the field.
Yeah.
So on the other side, he makes a great throw.
Yeah.
He made great throw. Every quarterback in the NFL can make a great throw. That's why they're there. The thing is, you got to put that shit together.
There was a guy named Tim Tebow who couldn't throw the ball very well.
Still won a playoff game, by the way.
Michael Brown.
Tim Tebow won a playoff game, by the way.
I saw it.
More than Russell Wilson will in his first season.
I saw it.
Michael Brown says you like Lawrence's pregame talks too.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen that guy in the fucking pregame? He's terrible.
A robot.
He
Talking
walks
like
out there,
NFL
guys,
team.
listen, we're going to put a game together, and hopefully we could score a touchdown. Like,
Really?
it's
never
fucking
seen-
trash.
I've
Okay.
never seen it.
It's terrible.
Break.
I send it over.
Yeah. We got
let's
those guys.
break.
Yeah, we got this, guys. Hey, guys, you guys.
Yeah,
ready
he's
to go
like
out?
quarterback in a
All right, cool.
church league. Like flag football on Sundays at Shepherd of the Hills.
He's not eating W's or anything, right? I mean,
No. That's Jameis.
That's probably more
Who's, by the
motivational,
way,
though.
better than Trevor Lawrence. Just so you know.
wow.
What?
Better at stealing crab legs?
Better at throwing touchdown passes and interceptions all in one.
Yes.
Hot take right there.
30 and 30.
Hey, he did it.
He has that ESPN show, 30 for 30. 30 touchdowns, 30 INTs. So on to the next one. I think, Eddie.
Oh, wait, before we skip, this game, Christian Kirk over 63.5. Tennessee is like, I think, bottom 3 in receiving defense, and you just saw what they gave up to the Eagles and A.J. Brown. And
That was different. This week was different. AJ had that shit, bro. He's been game planning for this game for 10 weeks. For 10 weeks, they're like, I don't care if we're playing Dallas, the Giants, the Redskins. I'm waiting for that game.
And they put it on them.
They put it on.
They put it on them.
Shellacking.
Yeah, they put it
That
on.
was good. So on to the next one. We have Vikings at my Lions.
Woo, woo.
Love me some Lions. Lions. So this is crazy. Think about this.
Wild.
The Lions are favored against what's the record of the Lions? The Vikings? 10-3.
They're like 10-2, 10-3, something like that.
And the Lions are favored at home, which I love. Over under.
2 is not favored against the 5-7 team.
10-2.
They're on the road. The Lions
come
only
on.
2.
It's the Lions, Rava. Don't dismiss this.
No, I'm not. I'm blue chip in this game.
Oh,
I'm blue chip in this game.
Blue chip it. Say it.
Gonna take the over 51 on the Lions Vikings.
I love it.
Lions offense is rolling, right? And he just knocked on wood because he
I
loved
just
it.
loved it. It's my bad.
So the Vikings on turf. Last 12 games, the over's 10-2.
Okay.
The last 6 games in this series, 5-1. The over's 5-1. So they shouldn't be a letdown. Detroit scored 40 last week. The Vikings defense looked terrible against Mike White in that.
So you're right,
fourth
Eddie.
quarter.
I mean, you were
half
sort of
right.
right. Yes,
half
you're
right.
still going to get a pie to the face. But you did say the Vikings defense isn't all that, and they were not.
No, they weren't.
So
No, they weren't. They allowed 22 last year. I see this game as somewhere in the 30s. Wouldn't shock me if you got this game in the 30s somewhere. Like really
the
high
Lions
up there.
in the 30s?
They scored 40 last week.
Oh, you mean 30s? Oh, like, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
No.
I see that game somewhere up there, 31-28.
And they're
You know.
buying in, man. They're buying into Dan Campbell. They're playing so freaking hard.
St. Brown's awesome.
St. Brown is
Swift and Williams are running.
They're running. They have a great offensive line.
I agree.
They have a great offensive line. They just don't have a very good defense. So
No.
which plays into why you love the over. So I love the Lions. I love the Lions. You love the over. And here we go.
And I like TJ Hawkinson to go over 48.5 receiving yards.
Against his old team.
Yep, revenge game.
Revenge
and they're just
game.
absolutely terrible against the pass.
Okay.
So our next game, let's keep it in the AFC East. We have the Jets
And the Bills.
And the Bills. Bills minus big number, minus 10.
Have they covered a double-digit line yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think they've covered a double-digit
And
line.
this is a division game.
Division game at home.
I mean,
Seems like a lot. And the last game, the Jets won, right?
we watched. Oh, the Jets. They beat them.
Jets beat the Bills, right?
Yeah.
They did beat them.
Okay, so are the Bills coming for a revenge game? Do they put it on them right out the gate?
I think they do.
You think they do?
think they do.
Okay.
I
You
mean-
think they cover the 10?
No.
They haven't covered double-digit all season.
No, I'm going with Eddie on that one.
You don't think they
Well, I
cover?
think they come
but you,
out-
you
come
think
out
they
hot.
come out hot?
Come out hot.
Okay.
Division game, and listen, the Jets should have won last week on
If-
the road.
If we're being honest,
If we're
yes.
being honest,
Yeah.
If we watched that game at the end there,
we were my
how many
nails-
times? Yes, Eddie's.
I was losing my.
There were so
shit.
many guys there at the Raider game. Jet had money on that game.
Yeah, had big money on that game, and that was a huge game for me. I had a bunch of parlays tied to that game, and that was the only game that I really was sweating.
Yeah.
All the other
I
games,
saw it.
all the other games were money. So you don't feel strong. I mean,
I wouldn't bet this game.
okay. So
I wouldn't bet this game. The next couple games is tough for me.
another great divisional game. This is always a really good game. Eagles,
Giants.
in New York. The Giants.
That division is amazing. We thought it was going to be shit.
But this is a big number. Eagles minus 7 on the road.
Yeah. Vegas, if you look at Vegas believes that the Eagles are the best team in the league.
They looked at last week.
If we
Yeah,
look
they
at
did.
Vegas's power rankings, I want to say they have Eagles and the Cowboys in the top of their power rankings. Along with the Chiefs, they're right in there. Because Vegas power rankings is completely different than what
Oh, yeah.
than what ESPN
Yeah,
thinks
yeah,
or whatever. Vegas could have the Bengals at 4, and ESPN's probably got them at 7 or something like that.
Money talks.
Right.
So, did you guys see that one video? It was like a group parlay where all they needed was the over, which I when I went over the podcast, you love the under on Redskins and Giants.
And it was 40.5, and it stayed right
so
at
they
40.
They went into overtime.
At 40?
It was at 2020 tie.
And there was a bunch of guys. It was on Barstool.
Yeah.
They had like 10 grand, and they're cashing their checks. They go into overtime. All they need is half a point, and
Just
no
a
one
field goal.
scored.
Nobody scored. They ended in a tie.
No, that's tough.
That's a tough beat. That's a bad beat.
That's a bad beat right there, man. But you said it. You like the under. You would have freaking hit it.
We would have got super lucky.
Yo, my God.
You got to get lucky in this shit, though, to win.
Yeah. So Eagles -7 against the Giants. The Giants.
That's another stay away game for me.
Yeah, it's a divisional game, and Giants are kind of cooling off a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see them kind of wind.
Be who they are, really.
Right, I think we'll see them wind down. I think they lose this week. They'll lose next week. Next week they play the Redskins on Sunday night. Redskins gonna come off a bye. That's gonna be at Washington. I think that's gonna be one of those where they're done. Like, we can probably kick them out of the playoff race. After that.
Yeah. So our next game, let's shoot over to the AFC West. We have your Chiefs against your Broncos.
Oh, God. How bad are the Denver Broncos, people?
My
goodness. Lamar gets hurt. You couldn't beat them?
They should be regulated to the Pac-12.
If you could be regulated 100%.
Right?
They would be a non-Power 5 team.
It's crazy how bad they are.
My goodness. You fire the coach, right?
Oh, I don't know how
you can't fire the quarterback, so you got to fire the coach.
Yes.
Must.
First issue of business.
I'm on the phone with Jimmy Johnson to get him out of retirement. I mean,
they need to find somebody.
They need someone to just completely reinvent Russell Wilson, because this is a train wreck. We talked about it last week.
No, he looks so bad.
He's not even Russell Wilson anymore. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Who is he?
Who is that guy?
I don't know, man.
Who's this imposter?
It's so crazy. It's so crazy, but I
feel it's getting to a point where I feel bad for the guy. I really do.
Oh, I do too. I felt that like 2 weeks ago.
Fuck, man.
I feel bad.
I feel bad for him, and as a Bronco fan, you have to hurt. You have to hurt, especially like last week. Like, I don't know what's worse. Yeah, and you guys can talk about this because you guys are Raider fans. Was it worse for you to lose that game on Sunday, the last minute, as a Bronco fan, or was it worse? And MB can actually, if he's still listening, you have both takes there at home, and you're half a Raider fan, half a Bronco fan, and don't say you're not.
Yes.
75-25.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, was it worse for Denver to lose that game the last minute to the backup quarterback, or was it worse to lose to Baker Mayfield, who came out of nowhere? Wasn't even nothing on Tuesday morning.
Baker Mayfield. Because there was so much hope around the Raiders. Like, people, everyone's talking about they could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well,
no, you were.
I was just reiterating what people were saying.
How upset was Richard
after
that?
Playoffs aside, with 3-game winning streak. Or,
3-game winning streak.
Just riding high a little bit.
Which I called, by the way. 3-game winning streak. I didn't say 4, though.
You didn't say 4. I'm starting to think you have someone underneath your basement that has like some weird going on.
I got the Buffalo Wild Wings
button
down there.
You have the
So it was bad, that Denver game last week.
It was bad.
That was heartbreaking. As last night was.
But I do think because the Broncos, you're out of it. There's no hope.
They're 3-9. Who gives
Raiders,
a fuck?
everyone was starting to jump on the Raiders hope train.
Especially it being in LA. Like, Raiders had it.
It's Raiders' house.
They said it was 80-20 Raiders.
Oh, for sure.
I was listening to it on the radio.
80-20.
You would hear cheers for all the Raider plays.
Right.
Like
So you didn't know what was...
I didn't know. I was like, is it a fumble? Is it an interception?
In the fourth quarter, Baker Mayfield had to go silent count at home. Yeah. They had to go silent count. That's crazy.
And they lost.
So, yeah, I mean...
So this next game, Chiefs minus 9.5.
How do you... I would give 18. I would.
It's in Denver. The Chiefs have been known to play down to the opponent.
But they did lose last week.
They have, what are they up 3 games? What are you have the standings, Eddie, for the AFC?
But that's what I'm saying. I think
what are the Chiefs 9-3?
When you lose, you have a tendency to refocus.
I agree 100%.
In practice,
I agree 100%. But you're playing. So you think they smash them?
I do.
Okay.
Just because you lose, people don't like it. It's like, hey, everyone get your shit together.
Yeah. Hammer that victory right there.
Hammer
So you
it.
think they fucking
for
just
sure.
rock them?
Hammer
They
it.
have to. I mean, if they don't, I mean, that's pretty
Jay
It's
has
a divisional game, though.
pretty bad.
It
It's
is
a divisional game.
It is, but
9-3 versus 3-9.
I'll tell you what, though. If I was going to bet this game, I'd bet the under.
Yeah.
Just because I think that
the Broncos don't score.
score points.
I don't think you need a fortune teller to tell you that.
Let's say they're averaging whatever it is, 15 points a game.
If that.
If we add, let's say, at 24-15, 25, 26-15, 28,
40, yeah.
28-15, 28-10, doesn't get to that total.
Yeah.
The Broncos, can they score?
I say 31-9.
Oh, there you go. 3 field goals.
31-9. Would that cover it?
No, that's the under.
That's still
Yeah,
under.
that's the under.
I like that.
I would bet the under if I'm going to bet this game, and I just don't like doing anything. Picking a side when the Broncos are playing, I'm waiting for Russell Wilson to explode.
Explode or look decent.
And just throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah,
Throw
yeah.
two.
I'm actually waiting for him to actually literally explode. Like spontaneously combust.
My goodness, this man is we can't. You'd have to have an hour and a half show on this guy.
I keep on saying
In
could
5
do,
years, there's going to be a Netflix documentary about
We could
this
do
on
it.
this season.
On this season.
We could do 100%. We could do a show completely on the Broncos. I say that every week. But let's move on to Panthers at Seahawks.
Oh, another abysmal.
Seahawks -4, over under 44.
Let me ask you something. What do you think about -4? That line. Do you not think it's a little low?
I do think it's a little low, but I have a rule, and I've followed it for at least 7-8 years. I never bet against Seahawks in Seattle. It's just a thing. It's
heard
worked out for me. The crowd, whatever. You did say that they were going to come back to earth, which
100%.
they have come back to earth. But I do think that's a little low. But I have a better question for you, Rafa. And I heard this today. I forgot who I was listening to. 2-hour drive home. But do the Seahawks draft a quarterback?
I would.
Geno, I mean, they're saying they're all in on Geno.
All in?
They got 2 great offensive tackles, right? Cross and the guy from Washington State. You drafted a good running back. You just re-signed Metcalf, right? You have Lovett. I mean, this team is
Their draft was well. They did well in their draft. Last
totally
year. Very good.
They got that DB, that tall ass DB. That's amazing.
Tariq Woolen.
Yes, who I wanted. Ran a 4.2.
and
He's
they have
6'4",
the Broncos pick, which is going to be amazing.
and they have
right?
the Broncos.
Is that top 5 right now?
Yes. That's what I'm
Wow.
asking. Like, do you draft a quarterback or do you get better? I mean, if Will Anderson's on the board, do you get Will
I don't
Anderson?
think Will Anderson's at 5.
I don't think he's at 5 either, but I think he might be there at 4. He might be there at
man.
4. And the Broncos, they might be
Texans are going to go quarterback for sure.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you have to.
100%.
Yes.
Detroit
has the Rams pick, and that
If I'm Detroit, I don't go quarterback. Now, I did weeks ago. After this, he's playing well.
he is.
He's playing well. I draft defense if I'm Detroit and maybe take a guy later on.
go. There you
Because
go.
this guy's playing well. Put it this way. If they let Jared Goff walk next year, whatever, he can get a job anywhere.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Colts.
Oh, 100%. He's still too young, though. Still too young.
But imagine Hutchinson and Will Anderson as your ends. That is a dude. Dude is balling.
Yeah, they should draft defense that first round for sure.
Yeah.
Fox
For
Sports
sure.
mock draft has Will Anderson going number 2 to the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears are the 2 pick now, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So where are the Broncos?
I trade down. If I'm the Bears and I go get Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's not coming out.
Oh,
this
that's
year.
right. He's not coming out, which is ridiculous.
But
Maybe
the Bears need to draft defense.
they need to draft some weapons.
They have weapons.
Oh,
Claypool
my
and
God.
Mooney.
Claypool.
We keep on talking. Those are they're
The
not.
Seahawks have the number 3 pick right now.
From the Rams. Wow.
From Denver.
From
I'm sorry, from Denver, yes.
And who are they projected to pick, Eddie?
Jalen Carter, defensive tackle
Yep.
from Georgia.
Yeah.
Stud,
I see it.
Stud.
I see it.
Yeah, I think you roll with Geno, man. I think I don't know. Especially if it's an Ohio State quarterback, right? Because I think Bryce goes first.
Yeah.
I think Bryce goes first, and even though, Stroud is from Rancho Cucamonga, California. I love my California quarterbacks. Anyways, that was my question. You answered
They could go Stroud, though. I can see that.
Yeah.
Them going Stroud there.
So you like Geno for the Seahawks? Future.
I think
You have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I think what you've done
After this year.
Yes, I think you have to give him one more year. But that's not saying I don't draft a guy in the first round. I trade back into the second. I mean, I trade back into the, back end of the first.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Because they have Denver's first and second round, right? Yeah. So that's the 3 and the 35.
And next year's.
And next year's. So you listen, you're gonna have plenty of quarterbacks, plenty of chances to take quarterbacks.
What if they freaking get Caleb? What Denver sucks ass and you get Caleb next year?
Right. So you're gonna have plenty of You're gonna have plenty of opportunities to
you know what? That seals it. I didn't
quarterback.
think about that. They have their next year's first and second as well. So definitely,
you have plenty of chances. I think you let Geno's done well enough for you to give him another year.
Yeah.
Like the legal, all these guys, Geno Smith, because he's, whatever. You're not giving him another chance and blah, blah. They should give it to him because nobody expected them to win 7 games.
Exactly.
6. The under was 5.5.
5.5.
And they're at 7. So
yeah. So what do you like? Panthers, Seahawks.
That game I don't touch because I hate the Seahawks. So,
yes, you do.
So that game I don't
Pete
touch.
Carroll. Don't mention Pete Carroll.
I hate Pete Carroll. Yeah. So that game I don't touch at all.
Well, then let's roll into the next game. We have our Bucks in San Francisco 49ers. 49ers minus 3.5
with Purdy.
So imagine your first start ever in the NFL,
and it's against Tom Brady.
Like, dude has been in the NFL longer than you've been alive. That's not. That's the thing. That's real.
The thing.
And I heard Purdy's interview. He's like, it's just another game. He's like, it's kind of cool. That I'm playing against Brady.
I like it.
Like he seemed pretty cool about it. Like he was not freaking out.
He can't act otherwise. I mean,
you're right. Yeah, what's he gonna say? Oh my God, I love him.
Tell that to Zach Wilson. He doesn't know what to say in front of a freaking microphone.
You're right.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
I keep on making Eddie nervous when I bring up anything with the Jets.
he gets all fidgety.
He's like,
so I'm blue chipping this game here.
Oh, blue chip.
I like the under in this game. 37.5. I don't think Purdy last week came out and he threw 28 passes, 17 to 28. He threw 2 touchdowns, interception. I don't think this week he throws that much. I think he throws 20 to 22, 23 pass attempts. That's what I'm thinking. And they're just going to run the ball. They'll put him in some easier things.
A shitload of jailbreak screens, swing passes.
Right, I think that's what's going to go down.
What you do with CMC.
And Tampa's defense is very good. So Tampa's defense is good. The Niners' defense is good. Both Tampa's offense looks
I wonder
horrendous.
I was going to say, I wonder what Tampa is in over-unders. They do not score points.
No, they haven't.
They have
struggled to score.
They have to be like
hovering around that Denver Bronco mark.
Oh yeah, every game Brady's screaming at somebody.
Oh,
or breaking a tablet.
Breaking a tablet. Yeah, I think he's looking at his FTX account. Don't show me that shit.
Or TMZ and something about his wife shows up.
Oh God.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do
it. This is such bullshit. Okay. Did you see Antonio Brown's picture that he posted?
That had to be fake, right?
Well, the eyes look like exactly like her. I thought
that chick is too young.
I don't believe that.
That is
I
not.
thought
Jay, you're an internet expert.
So I thought it was photoshopped. Like they photoshopped that part of her face.
I don't even think it looks like her.
Oh no.
So let's
looks like her.
Okay, so let's tell the people what we're talking about. Antonio Brown posted a picture in his bed. It looks like underneath the sheets
with a woman who resembles Giselle,
and she kind of does like this with her face, so you see her eyes.
Yeah,
and people are saying it's Giselle. Now you think it's fake? I don't even think it's her. The chick looks young.
Off the bat, I just thought it was Photoshop.
Okay,
but even if that, it was trying to.
It was
trying to be her. Yeah,
it was trying to be her.
Yeah,
he's
Antonio Brown.
He needs to get socked in the fuck. He needs to get fucked up one time.
So, I told you guys about this. I saw Patrick Bet-David's interview with. He does it with AB, and Patrick McDavid just gives it to him. He's like, dude, he's like, you know what? Like, I think you're really interesting. I want to learn from you. He goes, but Tom Brady's your boy. Like, why would you do that? Like, just told him straight out. Like, that's not cool, man. Oh, you don't know. You don't know. You know, that's just, I just made a shirt. He just was skipping around. He's like, but why would you do that? Like, well, if he's not my boy, I helped him win a championship.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
He needed you, guy.
Yeah, just not cool shit.
One of the 7. You helped him. You're fucking David Gibbons, dude.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Not cool shit, man. So you blue chipped it.
I'm blue chipping the under in this game. Teams don't score very much. I think Niners are going to be more cautious this week with Purdy. Last week was different. He's playing his, old coaching. Pretty much as an employee. Pretty much you can say, right?
Yeah.
And the game was, they had a set game plan going into that. Hey, Purdy, you're going to fucking execute it because this is what we practice all week.
Yeah.
So now this week, you're facing Tampa. It's a little different, I think. I think they kind of restrain him a little more, I think.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm thinking. But I like this under. I don't think Tampa scores.
Is the Niner defense the best in the league statistically?
Statistically,
Yeah. And they've been hurt.
Yeah,
So-
they're really
Also,
good.
the Bucks are 10-2 to the under this season.
Wow, I knew it had to be something big like that. It just seemed that way. Great job, Eddie. Thanks for looking that up.
Thanks for that, Eddie.
And so let's roll into the Sunday night game. Channel 4.
I like this game.
We have the Fish against the Bolts in SoFi. Right? And Dolphins -3. Over under is that 43.5?
The over-under is 43.5.
Yeah.
Now, I hadn't done anything in this game, but Eddie says that Mike Williams is playing.
Yes.
Okay, if Mike Williams is playing, I'm going to go out and blue chip the San Diego Superchargers.
Yes. I
Plus
love
the
that
3.
you called them San Diego.
Yeah, for sure,
Superchargers.
right?
They're
It
San
feels
Diego.
San Diego. It
They're-
feels San Diego. It feels like the Redskins are the Redskins. San Diego, the Chargers are San Diego.
Yes.
So the
Facts.
Chargers are 2-0 on Sunday night, by the way, against the spread.
Oh.
Played the Chiefs and the Niners. One was at home, one was on the road. They're at home this week.
Yeah.
And the over looks nice in this game if Mike Williams is playing. I think that's a low number, 43.5.
I saw
That's such a low number.
I saw a video of Sanji, great follow if you're a Raider fan. Sanji, this dude breaks down the all 22 film. He does a great job. The Raiders game plan for Keenan Allen, like masterminds. They had him doubled every which freaking way. All he had was that one amazing catch
Now-
for a touchdown.
okay,
The
we
fourth-
were there.
The fourth down play?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
listen,
man.
when we were watching this game, and it was in the second quarter, Keenan Allen was wide open across the middle of the
yeah.
field for a touchdown, and he doesn't even throw. He doesn't even look his way.
Yeah.
And he had time. It wasn't like Crosby was in his ass. That was one of the few plays he had time. He doesn't throw it to him, and the next play, he's open again, and he doesn't throw it to him, and he
Yeah.
forces it to him on third down. They had to kick that field goal. And when he went back to the sideline, I told Eddie, if I'm Keenan Allen, I'm walking over to the sideline saying, hey, you fucking missed me for a touchdown. You missed me for a first down. And then they kind of tried to get him the ball in the second half. But you can literally, they could not stretch the field. They had one big
Yeah.
play, which was that fourth
And
down
that's
amazing
what
catch that he made.
Mike Williams isn't a burner, but he's a big dude. and that's
But
what
he's
he
a
does.
big guy, and he's able to get down the
He's like
field.
Evans for Tom Brady. He stretches the field in that
Right.
way.
He reminds me, I don't know if you're going to remember, but of, Vincent Jackson when he was on the
Vincent
Chargers,
Jackson.
Malcolm Floyd when he was on the Chargers. I used to have season tickets to the Chargers.
What? Who are you?
Yeah.
So those in San Diego, by the way. So those guys, they're bigger. They go down the field a little bit. That's what they missed last week against the Raiders, I think.
Yeah.
So if Mike Williams is playing, let's do this. I'm going to roll with the Chargers +3 and the over as well. I'm going to blue chip that over as well.
Blue chip
you
it.
go.
So
The over
are
the
we blue
43
chipping
and a half.
both?
Going to blue chip both. Over 43 and a half. I just think it's so low for a Miami. Their Chargers defense looked like shit.
Yeah.
Okay, they've looked terrible. They're allowing points. It's here at SoFi. There's going to be no weather issues, even though it's not an enclosed stadium. Stupid. So I think that game's going to go up and down. I think we're going to get
Yeah.
we should get a
Makes sense.
nice, exciting game there.
that leads us to our last game, Monday Night Football.
Oh, this is terrible.
This is dog shit.
Take your wife out on Monday night,
yes.
man. Take your wife out on Monday night.
Work
Pretend
late.
it's your
Work late
idea.
on Monday.
Yeah, go find a good sushi place. Say, you know what, honey?
I'm going to take you out tonight, baby.
Like-
no football for me.
Yeah, no football for me.
Sacrifice
You know what?
yourself.
No football. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate
You
it.
come first.
You know
you
what,
come
babe?
first.
Yeah.
We'll skip it today.
So it's Patriots, Pats -1.5 in Arizona. Over under 43.5 again.
I don't even know how you can bet this game.
I don't even know how you could watch this game.
I don't know why this game's happening.
Oh, yeah. Man, some of these are brutal.
It's just really bad. So
You have
Yeah.
a take on this game, Eddie Money?
No.
None whatsoever?
I was trying to look at like when they've played each other, but it's been like
No.
years they played
This
each
game,
other.
this is one of those games where you can't look at any trend as far as head-to-head trend or anything like that. You can kind of look at what they've done the last couple weeks or et cetera.
If anything, I was trying to look up a Hollywood Brown prop, but they don't have his lines up yet since it's a Monday night game. Rondell Moore will be out, and he out-targeted DeAndre Hopkins in his first game back.
really,
So I
that had to make D Hop really happy.
I think this is one of those games where Belichick's in the playoff hunt, right? They're in the hunt.
Yeah.
They're there. So I think it's one of those games where he just shows you how good of a coach he is, and he just totally fucking dominates Murray. That's what I think, but I'm not even going to watch, so don't even. I'm not even going to
No.
bet.
They do a great job, and I think what you do against Calamari is that you contain. You don't get up the field. You just sit there and make them beat you with
Make
his
him
arm.
throw the ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So that concludes the NFL portion of our show. Let's go into our next segment, which we have a sponsor for, and that is You're Fired. And our sponsor is CustomCars.com
.com.
with a K
Custom with a K. Cars
with
with
a
a Z.
Z.
Yes, sir.
And we're thankful for that sponsor. Go check that out. The link will be in the bio. Custom Cars, custom with the K, cars with the Z.com. And if you want to buy a car for your wife or your son or your daughter in college, I've been there, a ton of great cars. And when he says custom, they are amazing automobiles. And go check that out. And please mention that you heard it from Two Nobodies with the Mic.
Yes, sir.
And you might get a good deal.
$500 off.
Woo! You heard it here first.
Sheesh.
So we are going to get into the segment, You're Fired. And I'll start this off
Go ahead.
because I had a ton of people. The first guy that I was going to fire, which drove me insane, was a certain referee that, and I had his name, that did not call about 4 freaking holding calls.
On
Oh, man.
And
The whole game.
That was
It
brutal.
was so bad. And I have his name, and his name was Scott Helverson. And
Fired.
Good job, Scott.
Atta boy.
Scott, you are fired. And listen, I'm not making excuses for the Raiders, but it was so bad.
He was in like chokehold.
It was
A handful of times. A
it
handful
was
of times.
so bad. But hey, you get off this week, Scott, because I'm not firing you this week. I have
Uh-oh.
someone more deserving and worthy of the boot, and that is a certain tight end by the name of Darren Waller.
Wow. Turf toe.
Okay, so a certain video came out of him with no shirt on.
A music video.
Music video. Everyone knows he wants to be a rapper, but it goes to show you, man, like the Raiders were one player away from really blowing that game out. And to see Josh Jacobs, what he's gone through the last like 4 or 5 games, like it's injury on injury.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he broke his hand.
Yeah, I think he
or
broke his
pinky.
pinky.
Yes,
He
had
broke
these
some,
2 fingers.
Yeah, he broke his
typed
hand
up.
again. And listen, I'm not a doctor. I just play one on the radio. Okay. But he was off IR and he was cleared to play. But he chose not to play a game and releases a effing video named Turf Toe. And it's horrible. The music sucks. And I'm just tired of it, man. Like, these guys, listen, in the NFL, Everyone plays hurt. It is a brutal, brutal freaking game.
Turf Toe, that's the name of the song?
That's the name of the
That's
song.
the name of the jam.
Stop.
That's
Yes.
the fucking banger.
It is so
Number
bad,
one
Jay.
on Apple Music in his household
That is
right
I
now.
bad.
couldn't listen to it for like more than 5 seconds.
You listened to it?
for not even 5
Oh
seconds.
no! I
it's-
just saw it and couldn't believe it.
But imagine being in the locker room. You just lost
Yeah.
a game to Baker Mayfield,
Brutal game.
and this dude releases a freaking video.
The next day, when everybody's home, they just just flew back in. You have all the reporters
That's
talking
embarrassing.
about how bad the
Yeah.
game was, the fucking bullshit holding call, the non-holding calls, blah blah blah. And
So-
now this dude's fucking rapping Forte.
Here's the thing, and I still haven't fired Derek Carr yet, and because listen, I don't like. Everyone knows I don't like Derek Carr, but it's his skill set that I don't like. I think the dude's a good dude. He has
Awesome guy.
the dude he's playing hurt as well. He has back issues. I just don't like his skill set. Now go to Darren Waller, who has an amazing skill set. I don't think I like this guy's like whole freaking deal. Great, you became sober. He does help people, but you gotta recognize what got you there. He's a football player. You just got paid. You just took a shitload of money from the Raiders.
Yep.
A shitload of money.
Yep.
And
A lot.
and these guys are playing hurt, and you didn't show up for your boys again. I'm sorry. When
Is that 6 weeks in a row?
yeah.
Or more than
more
that.
than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah.
More than that. So Darren Waller, you are freaking fired, guy.
There you go.
Yeah, he said multiple times that he's not playing till he's 100%, but no one plays 100%.
No one plays 100. That's
No,
my
nobody.
point. It's ridiculous.
let me ask you
Sounds like a
something.
major puss right now.
No, I agree, but
Maybe
they
his-
were 2-7. At 2-7, do you want him back? A guy you paid a bunch of money to?
Yes.
As a fan.
Oh, do I want
At
to?
2-7, would you rather have him sitting and getting healthier, or would you want him to come and play? You're 2-7. Let's not forget this. You were 2-7 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I
did
gotta-
you want him to come back? Now let me ask you something. If Devontae Adams was hurt, would you want him to come play that 10th game of the season when you're 2-7?
No,
No.
I wouldn't. But listen, we talked about it. Everyone's playoff hopes were high.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this week
yeah.
he should have played.
He should've.
Yes.
He should've.
Definitely played.
I
Okay.
came into the
Right?
game thinking, oh, he's playing. For sure he's playing.
I figured he
Yeah.
wouldn't play because the week was short. So
You think that they
That's
just?
what I
they-
heard. That's
I
what
think
I
that
heard.
matters.
That's what I heard.
I think that matters a lot.
Yeah.
That the week is a short week. You're not even practicing.
Yeah.
You're just going through
he
walkthroughs.
hasn't freaking played in freaking 2
You're-
months.
You're right. You're right. I agree with you.
But
I'm not
I think-
disagreeing with you.
I think this loss.
I'm just giving you another look.
I know, but here's the thing. I'll tell you where they fucked up. Is the freaking Green Bay Packers offered a second round pick for him like 3-4 weeks ago, and we didn't take it. We should have took that pick.
Should've.
And-
Was there a
and
cap hit there though?
not in a trade? Not in a trade.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not in a trade. They screwed that up. They should have got rid of him. They should have traded his ass to Green Bay. He could have froze his ass off, had cheese curds, and rapped about fucking beer and cows.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, the funny he always like every week is like an icy hot like ad sponsor.
It's just
I don't think it's
It
bullshit.
seems like he's active. He's active.
No.
While being
He's active
sidelined.
on Instagram.
Yeah, like
He's active on
as
the
a fan,
ground.
I can see that.
Okay.
It just pisses you off. Like why?
Eddie's
I mean,
upset.
He's active.
Eddie's
He's
upset.
active on Spotify. It's fucking bullshit. So I don't know who wants to go next.
I'll
Who wants
go
to-
next.
Okay.
I am going to fire the head coach of the Brazilian national team. And the reason for this...
if he's not dead yet.
yeah, no, that's a Colombian.
Yeah.
If he was a Colombian national coach, then... Now, for me, if you have whatever everybody's opinion is, the second or the third or the fourth best player in the world, whatever, and he doesn't kick in a penalty shootout, I fucked up. So to me, now I watch a lot of football, soccer, whatever the fuck you guys
Football.
whatever you guys want to call it.
Football.
To me, your best shooter should be either 3 or 4. Because if your first guy misses and you don't get if your goalie doesn't get a stop, your third and fourth guys are still going to kick.
Yeah.
If you've missed one.
Yeah.
He never got the opportunity. They had Marquinhos kick fourth. So I was still in shock when he didn't kick fourth. So now we lose this game and he doesn't even kick.
That's
My
crazy.
best player Okay, and the best player you've had for the last 10 years doesn't kick.
What do you think his reasoning was behind it?
He was fifth. He was fifth.
Well, okay.
He was fifth. He thought he was going to kick a game winner.
Yeah.
Now, that's not so much on the player. And if you watch him when he plays with PSG, it's either him or Mbappe kicking the penalties.
Mbappe.
And they've had actual rifts because Mbappe went and missed one.
Mbappe.
And Neymar said, hey,
Yeah.
I'm the fucking guy going forward here.
I'm the guy.
So, and he's gone, and he hasn't missed his last 7 or 8. To me, he had to have been third or a fourth at the worst. When you watch Croatia, Luka kicked third.
Yeah.
He was there.
I mean, that just sounds like a good strategy.
Well,
I mean,
The guy's got to go. He's got to kick.
Yeah.
I want my best player, and Richarlison was out of the game, so that's your next best striker. So from there's no way that I have Marquinhos kicking before Neymar ever. And a lot of people are saying, well, the kid who kicked first, he's 21. Man, he plays in Real Madrid every week, man.
Yeah.
He plays in the biggest stadium, in the biggest games every freaking week.
Yeah.
That pressure is nothing for him. The goalie made a great save. That's what it is. Yeah. Credit to the goalie.
Yeah.
The kid, he's 21. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
You think that's why Messi kicked? Because remember that Netherlands, their first shot was blocked, and then they immediately put in fucking Messi.
Well, Messi usually know who's kicking, right? So Messi's already missed one, right? In this World Cup, he's missed one. He's made one. He's made one. He's missed, right? So for me, he's the best player, right? He's your best player. There's no problem in throwing him out there first because he's already missed one. So if your best player misses one,
you know he's going to come back.
And they just block one.
Your guys,
It's 0-0.
right?
There's no risk.
But at least he kicked. At least he had a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, you think if Portugal gets there and Ronaldo's there, you think he's not kicking?
Yeah.
You think he's kicking fifth? You think they're going to leave him on the sideline? That's like leaving your guy. That's like leaving somebody. That's like leaving Mike Trout on deck.
Yeah.
That's almost, it's almost, yeah. Well, Mike Trout, you can't really move him in the lineup,
Yeah.
right? But it's the closest thing to leaving
Yeah.
someone on deck like that. You left him on deck, which was absurd.
It's like a technical foul in the NBA and not putting Steph Curry on the line.
Right, you had Draymond shoot it.
Yeah.
You had Draymond shoot. Draymond, shoot this.
Draymond,
shoot this,
You're
Draymond.
up. You're up, Draymond.
That's what happened. And there's no way. That's inexcusable. And
So will they fire him?
He should be fired. And when you're the number one team in the world and you don't even make it to the semifinal,
Yeah.
okay,
You gotta
and
go.
you are favored to win it, and it all points to you getting there. Even to face Argentina, you should have got there to the Final Four.
Yeah.
And you didn't. He should definitely be fired.
So they did fire the Spain coach, correct? I heard they fired the Spain coach.
He should be gone, yeah.
So that's a great freaking call, Rafa.
I mean, I don't know anything about the order of penalty kicks, but why wouldn't you always just put your best player first?
It's just strategy. It's just strategy because if, let's say, your kick is blocked, right? You need someone in the middle to put pressure on the other guy. You felt... So, look, when you're watching the Holland penalties, right? They missed the first two. And now they get the next two, right? Yeah. There's pressure on that. The fourth kicker had all the pressure. The fourth kicker makes that kick and it's over for Holland, and he misses. So on the fourth spot, you need a guy who can take that pressure, a guy who's been there.
Strategy.
That 3-4, that 3-4 is pressure. It's where all the pressure's at. The first guy, you trot him out there. Fuck it. If he misses, we still have another three shots. We got to hope our goalie gets one, and our next three guys are coming, right? Okay. So, each team is different. It's the way your current lineup is out there. The guys you have out there, like Argentina's guys, they were all super confident, right? That's what, when you watch Spain's penalty kicks, there was zero confidence. Those guys were literally trying to finesse the ball into the net. And when you watch the Croatian guys kick today, and even the Brazilian guys, and every penalty that went in there, most of them had laser beams.
Oh, they were going hard on
behind
them.
them. So
it's so freaking awesome. If you're not watching World Cup, man, and you watch the highlights, it was so freaking intense. It was so intense.
And we should have another one of those days tomorrow.
Yes.
That's That'll be fun to watch.
So that's a great firing. And Jay,
I would love to hear Jay. Another Laker.
No Laker this week. No Laker this week.
All right.
It's Tillery from the Raiders with that dumbass penalty at the end.
Man.
I mean, we shouldn't have been in that position
100%.
anyway.
Right.
But Crosby gets a great sack to almost end the game.
Right.
Basically end the game. And then you have Tillery knock the ball out of Mayfield Baker's hand.
Okay.
For a delay of game
But
penalty.
have you ever seen that called before?
It was really obvious.
Yes,
It was super obvious.
Yes,
You have?
Yes. At the end of the game, and this is the difference, you won't get that penalty in the third quarter.
Yes,
But
yeah.
at the end of the game, the team has no timeouts, blah, blah, blah. Dude.
They need the ball back.
They need the ball back,
to
and
set
you're
the ball.
smacking it out of their fucking
It was
hand.
the worst time to do a stupid thing like that. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's a big difference between doing that in like the second quarter versus the last drive of the game.
I just,
timeouts
I
from the
just,
back.
I
No
didn't
timeouts.
think it was like, is that big of a deal?
100%.
I mean, it was. It was.
Holy shit, what's going on over here?
But
It's distractions,
So,
distractions.
Tillery.
So
Shimmery.
Tillery.
No, yeah, he's fired. They should have jumped him in the locker room.
Well,
man.
you know
God.
where Tillery came from, right?
The Chargers.
Yeah,
The Chargers,
San Diego. San
and
Diego.
he dominated against the
balled
Chargers.
out.
He
God.
balled out. So he went from hero to zero
Well, very
in
quick.
one freaking, not even in
Real
7
quick.
days.
Real quick. Yeah,
Not even
4
in
days.
7 days.
I'm still distraught. I'm in shambles. I'm a broken man. Like,
You know
like
what,
Jacob.
man? You know
I'm
what?
a broken man right now. I'm sick of it.
Listen, I'm sort of torn because Rich started like yelling at me, "Fuck you, Eddie." I'm just like, dude,
Playoffs.
I'm not that beat up that we lost. It's embarrassing.
How-
It's embarrassing, and it is to the
When-
Rams. And we did lose to the Rams, which I hate. But really, I spit on Ram fans.
Spit on the Rams.
I spit on the Rams. Like, there's very few Ram fans that I respect.
I think it was just the way it happened. That game
Yes.
was just, it was in
Come
their
take a
hands.
seat. Come take a seat over here.
What's up?
guest over here. So, great firing. Well deserved.
I wish I didn't have to.
Eddie Money, who are you firing this week?
Unfortunately, to stick on the same game, I'm going to fire Josh McDaniels. Well, this applies to other games too. His second half play calling.
Wow.
Thank you.
If our game was only in
Right
the
here,
first
Boomtown.
half, we'd be probably one of the best teams.
Don't say that. They scored 0 against the Saints.
Okay,
bro.
but
So you really think, man? I'm really trying not to come down on Josh McDaniels for some reason. I don't know why,
I don't
man.
know what
I
reason it
just,
is.
you know why?
Because you hate Carr.
I do hate
You hate
Carr.
Carr.
I do hate Carr, but I do think him walking in with all those rings with Tom Brady. I don't think.
He's due some respect
Yes, I do.
and time.
Yes. So I'm not. I mean, God, Raider.
Has anyone won with Carr?
But let that
Has
thought go.
anyone won with Carr?
How many games should
Jack
have a W?
Del Rio.
Should have
No,
a
and
W?
I'm
there
big-
you go.
2016.
There you go.
Jack Del Rio. That's Carr's so-called MVP
They should
season.
have never got rid of him.
And then-
I thought.
And he broke his ankle. And, it's broke. It's broke. It's broke. It's broke. It's broke. It's broke. Yeah, fucker. Like, yeah, okay.
We get it.
We get it.
Relax.
God. Like, what? Like,
Take it easy.
he's like, no, it's broke. No, it's broke. He's like, yeah, okay. So,
I am big on if you lose close games, it's the coach's fault. I'm big on that. But and blowing leads, I guess, applies the same way,
Yeah,
right?
what's blowing leads? A player's fault? Quarterback's fault? Offense's fault? It's coming from up top. That's
I would agree.
that game, we only threw the ball 7 times in the second half.
because our strength is
Brianna said it perfectly. They played so conservative, it messed up everything. Like, you had it. Why not just keep the
Someone said
pedal
it
to the
perfectly.
metal?
He
With-
said
with
he's
three-
he wasn't coaching to win. He was playing not to lose.
that. I do agree with that. I mean,
But you
listen,
as a quarterback, do you not take any fucking responsibility when you go back to that huddle? And you're
Of
like,
course,
hey,
of
dude,
course, of course.
listen, let's do this, blah, 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 blah. We look like shit out there. Or what about the other 95 fucking people on the sideline?
there was 3 minutes left when they decided to run it 3 times. That was too early. There was too much time.
Too much time.
You got to
much
pass the ball once there.
Yes.
You have to pass
I
the
don't know
ball
about
once
that.
there.
He got 9. What did he get on first down? 8?
Yes.
Was that on first down?
Yeah, 8 or 9.
How the fuck you running? How you passing after that?
Yeah, I don't know.
With fucking twinkle toes back there. Come on.
John Gruden play actions and goes deep.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's a great.
So you're saying McDaniels needs to be more aggressive?
Second half, yeah.
No, he just fucking fired McDaniels. Let's not get it twisted.
No, I fired his second half.
Oh,
Yeah,
He
Oh,
fired
yeah.
second half
Oh,
fucking
he
McDaniels.
fired his
If he
second
keeps-
half.
if he
Second
keeps
half
this-
McDaniels have been fired.
If he keeps his play calling just as good as is in the first half,
Yeah,
we're-
I thought
I
the
agree.
first half was
Could it be that
genius.
maybe he has zero confidence in the
Well,
coach?
that too.
In the
In the quarterback.
Yeah.
Could that be a thing?
I think it was
It's
this game.
100% a thing.
For sure, right?
It's 100% a thing, man.
But I don't know, man. I don't know.
So-
I want to say it's McDaniels, but Carr's done it over and over and over again.
Bubba.
Yeah.
So late. I was gonna say so, ladies. There's a bunch of guys here. So that is you're fired. We do this every week. We have a sponsor brought to you by Custom Cars. Custom with the K, cars with the Z.com. Please go check them out, everybody. This is a great time. I mean, man, you want to score some points. Buy a car for one of your loved ones. That's like the best gift in the world. So we've done. I don't think we really need to cover college football, do we?
I would love to cover college football. Are you kidding?
Really? Okay.
All right, in Vegas this weekend, the lines came out for the college football playoff.
Okay.
What did I tell you? When the lines came out, TCU.
You love TCU.
TCU was plus 9.5, and I told him TCU at 9.5 is a fucking steal. The line sits right now at 7.5. Right now.
Are you sure you're just not a Michigan hater?
I am a Michigan hater for sure.
Okay then.
100% Michigan hater. But you know what I loved? I loved watching TCU's quarterback Doug in there. Put it on his shoulders. He ran like 60-something yards on a drive.
There you go.
He looked really
on
good.
an entire drive. It wasn't like, he just broke one. No.
Yeah.
He fucking broke one for like 50-something, and then he still ran it in there after that and hurt and everything.
He almost freaking took the Heisman.
I don't think they should be in the playoff, but
He almost won the Heisman away from Caleb, which
Almost.
still might be a thing.
I don't think so.
But listen,
Caleb's winning that thing.
I hit that freaking teaser so freaking hard this week and at the win.
You're not going to talk about how USC choked?
I'd love to talk about that. I'd love to talk about that. And
Eddie's being quiet over there.
I
Eddie's
was
being
yelling
quiet
at
about
SC
USC
fans.
choking.
I was yelling at SC fans going like this because Lincoln Riley's asshole got real tight in that third quarter.
Real tight butthole?
Real tight in that third quarter. And you know what? If Brazil would have won today, I wouldn't have. I was going to fire Lincoln Riley.
How can
There
you
you go.
cannot fire Lincoln
100%
Riley?
I fire his ass. Not You can't fire him off the team, right? But for our segment,
yes.
100%. You got okay. Look,
Eddie's in shambles right now.
he was hurt.
He's gonna break the glass and stab you in the neck.
He was hurt. Fucking pull him. Pull him. If he was hurt, pull him. What are you doing? And then you're having him drop. A hurt quarterback is still dropping back. Why is he dropping back? You have those superstars on the outside. Drop back. Fucking boom, boom, boom. Give them the ball on the outside and let them do something.
Well, let's talk about it. So earlier in the show, if you're watching it, we had literally the best seats you could ever have. Basically, we were almost calling plays. We were right behind 50-yard line, right
Oh
behind.
no, I was yelling in that third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like literally. There's a guy next to the
he's-
phones because
yeah.
we're like 3 feet. You and I. That's where the fucking phones were.
Yeah.
Right. So the phones are ringing
Oh,
off the
really?
hook.
Really?
Yeah. The phones from upstairs.
Yeah.
They're ringing off the hook. Right.
Yeah.
So the guy who's standing there, he's one of the coaches, got a headset on and everything, and I'm fucking yelling at him like, "Hey, if he's hurt, fucking get the ball out of his hands quick." What is he doing?
He was
What are
yelling
you
at
doing?
everybody.
I'm
by the
literally
way.
letting him have it. That and the fucking ferry behind me. Oh my God, the Trojans.
And when he says ferry, we're talking about a boat.
Yeah.
There was a
big
huge,
boat. Yeah.
There was a huge ship. So, but what did we notice? And this is what I told. Rafa, and I told a bunch of USC guys this. They're like, I can't believe this. They're blaming on everything. Listen, that SC roster, Jay. Listen, you were an imposing force,
Bro, those guys.
There was
They had like 7 Rudies.
no 9 Rudies. There was
Dude.
like 9 Rudies on this team. I mean, I was so bummed because my dream was always to run out of that Coliseum freaking tunnel.
my
Dude.
God.
And I'm looking at these guys, and I'm up close. I'm like, Bosco's roster is way more impressive. Other than a couple O linemen and a couple D linemen.
Wait, who are you talking about? Utah or USC?
USC.
Oh, USC.
No,
Okay.
Utah had some size.
Yeah.
Dude, USC.
Which is why they ran all over their
USC
ass.
was so small. The middle linebacker
Number 18.
was 6'4",
170?
100 and maybe 205.
No. I don't give him 200.
I'm just, yeah.
I don't give him 200.
I mean,
There was a point, I'll tell you what. We looked over, and Miller Moss, who's the backup quarterback, shout out to Alameda High School, by the way.
Yeah.
My daughter went there, my wife, and all her family.
also,
Edward and Shanae.
Star alumni right here.
Star
to your
alumni,
left. To
Richard
your left.
Dice as well.
Richard Dice.
Listen,
careful when you talk about Alameda.
Miller Moss was standing there with like 6 Rudies. If you see them without their shoulder pads on, you think it's a fucking dork convention. Seriously.
Really?
Seriously.
Chess Club.
Absolutely, 100%.
It was...
You couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. Eddie was pointing out this guy who was like 4'9", in pads and a helmet, cleats and everything, 4'9", 125 pounds.
And he had eye black on. He had eye black on.
Stop.
I swear to God, he had eye black
Like all
on.
that crazy, like half his head.
It was like-
No,
it was
crazy
like-
shit, like a cross
I'm like,
and
bro.
fucking... Bro, it was insane.
Like, what do you need eye black for?
But I'll tell you something.
Sideline pictures.
I'll tell you something,
never know
and
when
this
you're
is
gonna
why I
go in.
blame Lincoln Riley. When they came out at halftime, we're sitting. When you saw our videos, our seats were right there. Before the game, SC sidelines jumping around, fucking Keyshawn, McGinnis, they're all there, right? And yet you see the team, the energy. When they came out at halftime, I looked over at him and I said, "Look at this! Look at these guys! They walked out of that sideline, out of that tunnel. They looked like shit. The first drive that SC gets the ball, that Williams gets sacked, the offense, from where we're standing, the offense's benches are to the left, defense is to the right, right?
Yeah.
Williams comes over and he sits on the defensive bench by himself.
Yeah.
For the first 2 plays of Utah's drive.
Yeah.
After that, he gets on the bike, which is there also on the defensive side. He stayed there the whole time. Riley didn't come over to him. Addison, not a receiver. Nobody came. Rice didn't come. Nobody came over and talked to him. Okay, after that drive, and yet everybody's saying he was hurt at that point. He was not hurt at that point.
Yeah.
He wasn't hurt at that point. That was in the second half. They could say they could go back to whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
He still had a huge run after that. And now I'm not talking about the one where he looked like the Gipper running there. Okay? To me, I think their asshole tightened up and the play.
What do you think, Eddie?
To me, no. To me, I'm the exact opposite. When I saw this team,
Was that true though? Walking out the tunnel.
oh yeah,
Caleb was
yeah,
all-
100%.
They
That has to
they
mean
were.
something.
Caleb was making faces for the Heisman Trophy. He's like,
Yeah.
like, he was totally making faces.
for the cameras.
But the impression I got is like, how in the F did we get this far with 9 Rudies on the team? Like,
Well, they play in the Pac-12.
no.
That's why.
No, but even still, there's size in the Pac-12. But
Where?
well, Utah.
That's it. and they whooped their ass.
So to me, I swear, SC is Caleb Williams, Mario Williams, Addison, and Rice.
That's it.
That's it.
And those were the only freaking athletes on that freaking squad. And everyone else left. Jalen, go forth. He's gone. Safeties, everyone's freaking leaving. Because that is just not... I looked at it and said, I am totally fine with losing this game. Well, and I bet Utah, so kind of good.
All of a
But
sudden.
this was not a championship roster by any. They're 2 or 3 years away to if they got into the playoffs, they would have got it would have
Annihilated.
They would've got
bad by any team. By TCU, I think would have kicked their ass.
They're not physical enough.
They're too small.
They're not physical enough. And Lincoln Riley, who's a Big 12 coach, that's a Big 12 defense. The corners, their fucking ankles were this big. Okay? Their ankles were this big. The corners, and then they were lost, by the way. They brought in wristbands because they were completely lost on defense.
Yeah.
Really?
Every player on defense after the second drive of the game, the third
they
drive.
rushed everybody out and they
wristbands for everyone.
They
listen,
made
dumb fucks.
everyone get
Here you go.
Wow.
wristbands.
Wow.
It was really interesting being that close, but my takeaway was, wow, how did we get here? And listen, it's a Big 12 defense, but Lincoln Riley did not recruit one single fucking player on that fucking roster.
No, you're right. He had 69 transfer portal players.
And all of them,
69.
they all sucked.
Caleb Williams, Mario Williams, Addison? No, I don't think so.
Except for those three.
They had the
Except
three.
for them.
They had 3 of the 7 or 8 best receivers in the country, with the exception of Rice.
And you could tell. I mean, that was the strength of that team.
Okay, but if your quarterback is hurt and he can't play, and the game is tied at 17, and he takes that sack and they punt. Now Utah scores. It's 24-17. You're only down a score. You're going to tell me that your backup quarterback is not good for a score?
I think that is it. That was Heisman driven. I think you can't take him out. You let him limp. You let him gain sympathy votes, right?
He locked it up. He was minus 2,500 going into the weekend. There's no fucking sympathy votes. He could get shot on the field. He's fucking winning the Heisman.
No, Duggan is. I'm telling you, he's going to get votes. So
no, Duggan's going to get votes, and Hooker's going to get votes.
Hooker's not even invited.
Yeah,
but so there you go. Even
Bennett
worse.
Bennett Hooker should be invited, and Bennett shouldn't be invited. But that's all hearsay. So we talked about.
Does he play in the bowl game?
Caleb. Bubba, does Caleb play in the bowl game? I think he does, because he has to come back next year. It's a fucking hammy. He's gonna show Darren Waller, look at asshole. This is how you play with a fucking bad hammy.
So he's playing the bowl game.
Yeah, I think so. It's a Cotton Bowl. It's
a big bowl.
It's a big bowl, and yeah, I think he plays. I think
they get their nuts kicked in.
There you go.
Fucking just right in.
Well,
that defense sucks, dude.
It's bad.
It's bad.
That's
so
bad.
trash.
It's safeties are going to the portal. Everyone at SC is going to the portal, and I think the coaches said, "Listen,
walk.
It's time to go." They didn't. He did that when he got there. He told a bunch of guys like, "You should go."
Deion style.
So
now let me ask you something. What Deion to the Pac-12? He's pulling guys from Bama already.
Oh yeah,
he's pulling dudes from Bama. Is he a threat?
Oh,
to SC?
Yes,
100%, right?
100%.
Now his son sucks at quarterback. I'm going to say it now, Deion. Your kid is not good. Okay, you got your ass whooped last year in the.
Did you see him in the press conference? He's like, and there's your starting quarterback. And everyone's like, "Whoa,
well, he's garbage."
But he's like, "Oh, but he has to earn it. He has to, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what
he just has to throw one pass.
Yeah.
No, he's not very good. I've seen him play. I don't think he's very good.
We're gonna find out.
Oh, we're gonna find out real quick.
We're gonna find out.
Hope so.
And listen, Colorado is garbage. Who did anyone?
But you can only go up. That's a perfect job for him.
I think it's genius.
Clean slate. They won one game.
I think it's
they
genius.
won one game.
And listen, on that side, so San Diego State is coming into the conference, and SC and UCLA will be gone in 2 years. And now he's going to be the big dog in the Pac-12.
Yep.
Well, fucking
in that, I'm not saying in that side of their conference, because Oregon and Washington are on that side.
Right.
So he'll have to deal with Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and San Diego State.
So, did somebody order food?
Oh, I don't know.
You can walk in, Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys ordered food. These animals.
Animales.
No, I think Deion can only go up, obviously, and that's why he took this job. There's no way he could have gone to Auburn and brought his son as a quarterback. And you could say, "Oh, Auburn doesn't have a quarterback." I don't give a shit. Nobody at Auburn, all those boosters and alumni, there's no way they're letting your son play quarterback.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Agreed.
I love it.
Oh no, I love Deion, and I love the excitement he's gonna bring.
Yeah,
100%.
I think I will be watching every Colorado fucking football game.
100%. I'm already following on Instagram.
Yeah,
I have zero interest in those guys.
Did you see his entrance to the basketball game?
No,
so funny.
I didn't.
It's so hyped up, and then they couldn't even get him courtside seats. He has to go walk.
Are you serious? Just walk through and not? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Chris Brown was
that
in courtside.
Was that the video where he's like in a hoodie?
Yeah.
That AD better figure shit out. That's the new sheriff in town. You give that dude whatever the F he wants.
He's already doing reviews on restaurants and everything.
Like,
That's going to be fun. I think Deion's going to be fun.
He's so good for college football.
He's amazing. He's great.
So good for college football, and he doesn't pull any fucking punches. In the team meetings, like, get your ass out of here.
Oh, yeah.
The injured guy goes, so what happens with all the injured guys? He's like, if you can't get rehab, you're out of here.
Yeah, it's just
His face just dropped.
like it is what it is.
It is what
man.
it is. He's not going to sugarcoat shit. And you
Yeah.
got to remember, this is a big job for him, right? Especially where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And he's got to show out. So he's got to compete. They won one game or two or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
One.
if they win, he won one game. So imagine if he wins 6 next year,
Yeah,
gets to a
that's
bowl
it's
game. If he's 6-6 and gets to a bowl game, are you kidding?
Success.
A huge
Yeah.
success. And the next
Success.
year, and they're going to build and keep building on
Yeah.
that.
And you can make a shitload of money as a college football coach. You can get fired and make $40 million.
Do we know the size of his deal?
I don't.
I think was it $5 million a year?
It's pretty good.
No way. It has to
think
be
it
more
was.
than that. Has to
Yeah,
be
It's
more
yeah.
than
Colorado.
They asked the AD. They're like, so how are you gonna pay him? How are you gonna get the money? I don't know, but we're good for it.
that. Yeah.
IOUs.
Dion will bring that money to the university within the first month.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Are you kidding? The hats say Prime on the side already.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I saw hats that said Prime right on the side of them.
He's sponsoring his own. His
It-
own
it-
team?
you just put
The
his
whole
name
school?
on it.
The whole school?
Yeah,
That's smart, though. I
Nike's
mean-
gonna come and
Yeah.
he's gonna always bring a crowd, and he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. So do we want to do a prediction in the college football playoff right now?
I would love to.
All right, let's do it.
I would love to. I'd love to
We're
hear who
sitting
you
at-
like.
Oh, so it's $5.5 million in his first year.
Okay.
That's a bargain. Are you freaking
For
kidding me?
Dion, I think it's a steal because I think he brings you that
bringing
money.
$100 million to that fucking school.
Easy.
In the first year.
And
Yeah,
just,
he
just
said-
eyes. He's bringing eyes.
The
to the
athletic
whole
director
program.
says he admits that he doesn't have the money for it right now, but I'm pretty sure he'll get it with like revenue and everything like that.
Oh,
Please.
100%. Are you kidding? There's going to be plenty of boosters that are going to give up that money.
Yeah. Weed is legal in freaking Colorado.
Oh, 100%.
So let's go over it. So semifinals, we'll have Georgia, Ohio State, and Michigan TCU. Where are you sitting on that? And you, Eddie, you have the spreads? I know you know the spreads.
7.5 now and 7 is Georgia.
Okay.
The one I have trouble with is Georgia. And I just, it's not that I have trouble with it. I think it's the defense isn't as good as it was last year.
Oh, yeah.
Not even close, right?
Not even close.
Not even close. They're undefeated. They've been the number one team from the jump.
Yeah.
I just don't see them that wow factor.
Yeah. They have Carter at the defensive tackle. They have a couple defensive backs. But they're just solid. They don't have a lot of stars. I mean, they had so many stars last year.
I think both games will be really close.
Really?
I think both games will be really close. I think they come down to a score at the end for both games. I wouldn't be shocked if TCU was there and had a chance to win it at the end. I don't trust Michigan's quarterback.
So you think they'll be there? TCU.
I think they're well in that game.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if Michigan ran the table on them right away. And I like
And Corum is done.
He's out for the season.
He's
He's
already
done.
he's already
He's done.
he's already said
Great
he's
running
done.
back, by the way.
I
Great
got
running
the
back.
spread. So TCU Michigan, it's Michigan minus 7.5 over under 58.5, and then Georgia Ohio State. Georgia's minus 7 with over under of 62.
I like them both to be close.
I like them both to be well.
I do think I do give Michigan more credit.
You're a
than-
Michigan guy somehow.
I love me some Harbaughs.
They didn't impress me in the Purdue game.
I knew that would be a close game, and they ended up fucking beating them by fucking 20.
But it wasn't. It didn't feel like it was that. It was 13-14 at halftime.
Yeah.
Right? It was there, and Purdue had a chance to take a lead. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't see them.
Purdue coach took the Louisville job. He I guess they're from. He's like royalty over there in
That's
Louisville.
a better job probably
He-
for him at this point.
He's from there.
It's an easier
He
job.
played at Louisville. They coached there. He's from West Lafayette or whatever I don't know. West Lafayette's in
Not
Purdue.
that's
the other one.
Not that.
Yeah, but
Well, I think both games will be close, and I want to say that I see Ohio State winning the title.
I like it.
Do you like it?
I do.
You like it?
I do like it.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Ohio State Michigan rematch.
And then Stroud takes over that number 1 pick.
Oh, 100%. And
Yeah.
he just bangs the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Just baba.
How long is that? Is that like in a month though?
I know.
That is
Or
in
more than a
3
month?
weeks.
Forever ago.
That's
That's
why.
in 3 weeks. So next week we're gonna have bowl coverage. We're gonna do some bowl games next week. There's one that I jump on early, and I'll tell you guys right now. Clemson -4 is a line that I jump on right now.
Write that down, guys.
Clemson
-4.
-4.
Write that down.
I think the way Clemson closed the season, DJ
It's already at -6.
already.
Yeah.
What that line opened at 3.5 last week. On Sunday, it was at 3.5 at the MGM. It is now 6. They're playing Tennessee in the Orange Bowl. Tennessee doesn't have a quarterback.
They don't.
Hooker's out, so you're probably going to have guys going to the draft. Clemson might have guys going to the draft, but that quarterback, oh, come on.
So the big rumor was a DJ, right? As soon as that game was over, he said, I'm out, and I don't blame him. I mean, it was a rough fucking go, and everyone knows I'm a DJ guy along with Eddie Money, and I support that kid. I still think there's potential there.
Did you see his post-game interview?
No, I didn't.
Phenomenal.
Really?
Oh, God.
So
That's how bad he was on the field that his post game needed to be Carr-like.
Sounds like Derek Carr.
Yeah, it needed to be.
That's Derek Carr-esque.
Yes.
I think we drafted him in the 6th round. But the big rumor was he's transferring. Okay, UCLA is going to get in. Mateo's going to go to UCLA and bring in
Mateo's DJ's brother, for those of you.
Yeah, and they're gonna do a group thing, and then 2 days later,
You got next.
Mateo says my top 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And UCLA was not in the top
Who are
3.
Mateo's top 3?
Oregon, USC,
C and Ohio State.
Is he playing defensive end?
Yes.
So he's going to go to Ohio State.
He did go to the Michigan Ohio State game.
No way you go to SC.
Why
play
wouldn't you go
defense?
to
To play defense?
He'd
No.
be a star. He'd start right
I
now.
don't give a shit.
Listen, that's what you
If
need.
you're a defensive end, are you going to SC? Forget your
Willie
bias.
McGinnis, Brian Cushing. I mean, listen, they suck.
Willie
right?
McGinnis, Brian Cushing, Keith Rivers,
Rivers.
Lofa. Oh my God, 40 years ago. Fucking A.
But they're back now, is what I'm saying.
They're not back. That defense is
That
not back.
defense
That
is back,
defense is fucking
unfortunately.
so far from back.
Exactly.
Did you guys go to 2 separate games? Because he saw one thing and you saw
No.
another.
I saw the size. I saw the exact size he saw.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
shit. But the defense is garbage.
A smart man told me once, right? A smart man told me once, if you're a hot ticket and a company is recruiting you, you don't go to the company that's already at the top of the mountain. If you're the shit, you go to the small company and get that company to the top of the mountain. And that's how you fucking recruit. Because
That's what Utah did a couple years ago.
that's how you fucking recruit. You say, listen, you can go to fucking Alabama. You'll fucking sit behind the top 4 fucking guys. You'll
And
go
then
and
be
fucking
drafted in the top
in
15.
the first round, or you fucking create a legacy. You come to SC, you be the man. You bring us to the top of the mountain again, and you be a legend here forever.
Name an SC defensive end in the last 15 years.
Drake Jackson plays for USC, Corona Centennial.
Name
Plays for the
top
plays for the
Name-
49ers.
Does he play?
Yeah,
Does
fucking
he-
awesome.
Is he better than Nick?
He's right on the
Is
other
he-
side. He's right on the other side of Joey Bosa. Drake Jackson.
That's it?
No, there's been.
So you wouldn't go to Ohio State.
I just think, listen, here's what I'm saying. Your brother went across the country because USC sucked and UCLA sucked. He went to Clemson, and that shit went horrible.
But it was the best school to go to.
But it went horrible. So,
Because he's horrible.
no.
Because he's horrible.
No, so what you do is, listen, you have to rethink things. Let's stay home this time. SC is on the rise. Listen.
Not defensively at all.
Well, no, they suck right now.
They're atrocious.
But but listen, so you don't think SC is going to be top 5, top 6 next year?
100%, but not because of their defense,
But
because of Caleb Williams.
True.
Okay.
True.
But they also have the number 1 quarterback in the country coming next year. The thing is, they're going to be good. They need defense.
You're right, they need it. But why would I want to come and play here when nobody else is on that defense? So I'm getting double team, triple team, and all sorts of shit, and I'm not getting anything. Oh, God, the kid sucked. Mateo, you were terrible. Well, you didn't watch it. I got fucking pancaked by 2 fucking 400-pound linemen from Utah all game.
But there's a recruiting class coming in. You got one of the best safeties in the fucking country. They're coming. They're coming.
Listen, another thing is that you're moving to the Big Ten where it's cold as fuck. So you're going to come practice here in the beautiful sun and then go to Ohio State and play in 30-degree weather. You're going to fold like a fucking chair at halftime.
Well, that's why you got to recruit. This is why I think it's a bad move for Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, cuz now you let the snake in the back door. Now I go to a kid who grew up in fucking Pennsylvania who's tired of the fucking snow and say, "Listen,
you're right. Come play in the sun.
Come play in the sun. We'll
for
play
6 games.
We'll play in front of your mom and dad and your fucking cousins two times a fucking year."
Yeah.
That's why Big Ten fucked up. You let the snake in the fucking back door.
I don't think so.
Oh, 100%.
That's a hot take right
100%. At SC, when SC was fucking SC early 90s, you were pulling from Georgia. You were pulling from fucking New Jersey. You were pulling from Pennsylvania. When they were the shit, Carroll.
Was Nick Saban around? No.
Yeah, he was at LSU sucking dick.
You're talking about the 80s, and he was in the LSU in the
Or Michigan
late
or Michigan State. It doesn't, I mean, listen.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think they're going to be what you think they're going to be. Defensively, they are atrocious.
I agree.
They are bad.
I agree.
The coaching on defense sucks. They have
He's
Juan
gone.
Soto as a defensive fucking coach. Okay? The defense, the coaching for USC on the defensive side of the ball
was
is
horrible.
terrible.
But they also had zero fucking talent.
I agree. No talent
Zero
whatsoever.
talent.
Whatsoever.
There wasn't one.
You need to go and get a
professional
coach.
prospect on that
You need to go
fucking
and get a
defensive
coach that's defensive minded and is going to be able to recruit these guys.
Grinch. His name is, I always fucking forget his name. Defense coordinator is Grinch. And I believe he's fucking leaving. He's getting another job. I don't know how.
Who would give that guy a job?
I don't know.
He's had 2 terrible defenses in a row.
I know.
In a row.
I don't know. But here's the thing. Like,
You can't join. Like, for me, what's Mateo? Is Mateo a 5-star recruit?
yes.
He's 5-star?
5.
There's no way I play. If I'm playing defense and those are my 3 schools, there's no way I'm going to USC. Because I want to play with guys that are my equal. I don't want a job given to me. I want to fucking earn it. And when you go to Ohio State, you need to earn that job. When you go to Georgia, you need to earn it.
Well, now I know you're talking crazy. What's millennial? Are we talking about millennials and earning shit right now? Sorry,
You gotta
Eddie.
earn it.
Sorry, Eddie.
You got to earn it. They're not going to give you shit. And you want these fucking kids from St. John Bosco to walk into USC.
Okay.
You're starting today, buddy.
These kids have
Fuck
fucking
no.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
These kids have silver fucking spoons in their fucking mouth. You
I don't
know
give a
this,
shit.
Rafa. You're talking like a fucking 40-year-old fucking man who's built himself from the ground up.
Hey, I'm just saying.
hey.
For me, I want to compete. I want to compete for my job. I want to compete to be the best. I don't want you to give it to me because when you give it to me, guess what happens? You're not going to produce because you're already there. So now you're at SC. Oh, you're starting defensive end as a freshman. And you're fucking getting your ass whooped every week. You're winning games 42-35 against Cal.
Rafa, what you're saying sounds good, but there's a fucking reason there's fucking 2,000 kids in the fucking transfer portal because they say they want to compete,
But they
and
don't.
then they get to the fucking team, they're like,
damn, I gotta compete.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
no, I'm
What?
number
I'm not starting?
I'm number 6.
No, no,
Fuck
there's
this. I'm out.
No,
transfer
no,
portal.
I agree with you. I agree with you there. But to me, there's certain things.
You're just fucking hating on USC right now.
I'm just telling
You're
you the
just
truth.
fucking
For me,
hating
if
on
I'm that
USC right now.
There's no way I'm going to play defense at USC. I can't do it. Show me that you can produce something. This staff, show me you can produce something.
They made it to the championship game.
Pac-12 sucks.
They do, but they made it. I'm saying
You got your ass whooped by Utah, by the way, and it was all because of your defense.
Rudy's out there.
and that's why if I'm recruiting you, I'm saying you're going to be the guy that fucking changes this thing. You're the one who's going to bring everyone here. You're going to be a fucking legend. You will be fucking Junior Seau. You will never fucking have to pay
He
for
doesn't even know who Junior Seau is.
Oh,
they don't even know who he is.
No.
Fucking kid's 18. Junior Seau's been dead longer than that, probably.
No.
That was dirty.
that was
dirty.
rough on the edges, but-
Not the Samoans. They know exactly who fucking Junior Seau is.
That's
kind of accurate, though.
Someone has to be the first one to come. I can't just keep saying no one is there. Someone has to break the ice.
You're
Right?
Get me somebody in a transfer portal from Georgia who didn't make the cut. Get me a guy from Alabama who didn't make the cut, so to join me there.
We already had a couple in Auburn. There was one from Alabama, one from Auburn. You know what they're doing? They're fucking leaving.
Of course.
They're actually going because you know why? They fucking sucked at Auburn and Alabama too.
You're right.
And they were fucking 4-star recruits.
You said it's called NIL.
Well, I mean, if you really fucking want to break it down, that's why SE should never lose a fucking championship again because
They shouldn't.
They-
they could.
they have
yeah,
the most
these-
money.
Yeah,
they have
man.
the fucking most money. I saw a list of top NIL, top
Deals?
10.
Caleb should have that Dr. Pepper deal moving forward.
Yeah. So
Right?
yeah. So top 10, I believe, and you can probably look this up, Eddie. I think Bryce Young was 1, Caleb was 3, Will Anderson was up there.
The defensive guy is going to be harder for them. The offensive
Yeah,
guys, the
yeah.
quarterbacks, those are going to be the ones.
Yeah, but the top 10 on NIL guys, it was all fucking studs. But Addison, I think there was definitely Caleb and Addison were in there as far as SC, and there was like 2 or 3 freaking.
Number 1 is Bryce Young.
Yep.
Next is CJ Stroud.
Yep.
Caleb. Number 4 is Spentler Rattler.
Yes, I saw that. Which
he
kind
ended the
of
season
yeah.
pretty. He ended well.
he did.
Number 6 is the wide receiver from Ohio State.
Marvin or the other kid
Jackson,
other kid.
Jackson Smith.
who's coming out.
Number 6 is actually Will Anderson from Alabama.
Yep.
Number 7 is Bijan Robinson.
Bijan.
8, Quinn Ewers, Texas QB. Jordan Addison, wide receiver.
Yep.
For USC. And then number 10, Kayshawn Boat, I think, from the wide receiver from LSU.
So, is SC winning the title next year?
Yes.
Winning the title.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking Pac-12 title.
Oh,
Are they? No, I don't think they're winning the title next year.
I think they win the Pac-12 next
I
year.
think they win the Pac-12.
They should go
They should.
undefeated
They
in
should.
the Pac-12.
they should win it.
They should, but listen, I'm talking about you have to. What they're gonna do, it will be never been done before. They are going to raid every fucking school.
They got 69 players
And they will
off
have-
the fucking
and
portal.
they
How
will-
many are on a college roster? 100?
100, and
They got 69.
they will bring. They will bring.
Why were you going to
80.
get this time? 79? Bro, they got
At least
69.
100.
They didn't get fucking
They're gonna
20.
get
They got
100.
69 guys.
I've already seen at least 10 that are leaving.
Oh, no, that's fine. And how many are on defense? Is it 40? All 40 should leave.
Yes,
All 40 on
No.
defense should walk.
100%.
Like, you know, we got to
That
go.
bad?
We got to get up out of here.
I'm not. That is facts. That is
100%.
fucking facts.
But, you know, with all that money that USC has, is why you have all the Rudies on the sideline.
Really?
Because daddy's money needs to have fucking daddy's fucking
Little Charlie?
on the sideline
Little
fucking
Charlie.
jerking off Miller Moss
no
halfway
pads?
through the game.
No pads on?
Oh no, pads. They
Oh,
need
pads.
pads.
They had pads
They
on.
had pads on.
Pads
paint
with-
face.
pads with a clean helmet.
Face paint.
Yeah,
Pads.
crazy,
everything.
crazy
And
shit.
one of them had his helmet on the whole time, like he's getting in the game. Bro, you're not You're not.
Chin strap.
You're not even running out to pick up the tee, brother.
He has mouthpiece in there.
The whole fucking nine.
The whole game.
He's like, I'm getting in this game, bro. You're not getting in this game. 105 to 3.
Yeah.
You're not getting in this game.
He's standing right next to the coach. I got you. I'm
Yeah,
ready,
I'm
ready,
here.
ready.
I'm here, big dog. You drop your pen.
Coach, I'm ready.
You drop your pen.
Like Ace Ventura, I'm ready, coach. Put me in.
Do you guys want to talk about the Army-Navy game this weekend?
Is that an under game?
Very much an under.
Let's
game.
talk about it.
I think the stat I saw it was 17-0 to the under.
Yeah, for the
17?
Armed Forces games, right?
17 and 0. That's
In the Armed Forces game.
Freaking-
The Armed
Oh,
Forces
okay.
game.
No, specifically this game.
Oh.
Army-Navy.
And what is it at? 34?
It's at 30. I think that 33 or 32.5 now.
God.
Wow, I don't
That's a
even know.
crazy fucking number.
Where's it at? In Annapolis or
Let me double check.
in Indianapolis, like Charles Barkley says?
I think you can tease that with the Broncos under.
We got some teaser alerts.
Do you have patience to watch either of those
Fucking
games?
No,
A.
you don't. You watch
Right?
You watch the World Cup while those games happen.
I love fucking watching that game. I always fucking watch it.
I like watching
Yeah.
the everybody in
There's
the stands.
always a kid
Like
named
the
presentation,
shipman and the
There's always a kid named Stonebreaker, fucking fullback or middle linebacker.
that
just
his
busting.
dad's like 7 Purple Hearts.
Yeah,
and-
it's
I mean-
at the Lincoln Financial Field.
in Philly.
Yeah.
How's the weather?
yeah.
You know that last year, by the way, they had combined one team had 82 passing yards, the other team had 99.
Combined?
Well, no, one
Or
team had
total?
82 passing, 82 passing yards. The other team had 99. The leading receiver for the game had 2 receptions. Everyone else had 1.
So it was a shit show.
It is a shit show. They run the ball.
But hey,
By the way, this
Army Navy though.
Army Navy. It is Army Navy.
it's Army Navy. It's a fucking great tradition.
My good friend went. He's a recruiter for the Navy, so I might have a little side bet with him.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Last
Richard.
year, it was 30 over under 36. Hit the under. It was 17-3 Navy. There was 6 pass attempts from Navy, 16 from Army.
Now, is Army Army should be favored in this game, right?
Army's not favored
Navy's favored in this game.
by 3.
Have you seen the Navy helmets?
Oh, uniform bet?
Freaking dope.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, NASA,
NASA.
astronaut. Freaking dope, like a pounder a key.
Now, let me ask you, what's the what are the records?
Navy's 4-7, and
Terrible.
Army is 5-6.
Oh, okay. Navy's obviously played better teams.
Yeah.
Input on this game, Edward?
I'm
I'm gonna pick Army.
listen, how do you fucking bet the over on? I mean, the overs due.
It's been due. It's been due.
Been due times 2. So yeah, I'll stay away. I will watch it because there's no college football on.
What time is this game?
12, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be
it-
like right in that second half of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
I'm
a-
watching
it's
England,
yeah.
France.
You're gonna be
I'll watch it
watching
because I'm a
guys
real
that-
American. That's why.
I am watching.
Yeah, real American, Edward.
Real American hero.
Now, hey, listen, we've been dancing around this shit all night.
Yes,
But,
we have. Yeah, we have.
Let's get that pie ready.
Yeah. Where's that
Let's
pie?
get that
Let's
pie
get that
ready.
pie
Where's that
ready.
pie? There we go.
Let's get that pie.
Little Ralphie.
Are you guys gonna have another pie bet for next week or no?
I feel like
Are you
Army Navy.
Is it?
No, not the Army Navy.
Is the overdue?
Oh, it's Eddie. Eddie, it's what?
So what? Oh
No.
fuck.
No, don't feel forced into this.
Yeah, I don't feel good about that.
No, you
Can
don't
we
have-
do?
you don't
What do you
have to.
feel really good
What do
about?
I don't say I
feel
don't have
really
to.
good about. You know what?
He's got to give a chance to
Yeah,
win
I
it
do.
back.
I feel like I have to give him a chance to
Right.
win it back. So, you know what? Let's go on. I will go into because I felt really strongly about that. I brought up that topic about Mike White. So let's go into Eddie's money's world and let's go into a prop bet that you feel really
Okay.
good about.
Okay.
And we will do a fucking prop.
So the 4 I have are T.J. Hawkinson over 40.5.
There's one that Eddie put out there that I'm not a fan of, but I don't want to pick
don't wanna
anything for you.
influence?
No, I don't want to say anything for you. The
Let me
one
guess.
that I didn't
Let me
like.
guess what it is.
Go ahead.
So it's not gonna. I do like the Mark Andrews.
You like that one?
I think it's the Hawkinson.
That's the
You
one
should
that
go
I
with-
don't like. I don't like the Mark
really,
Andrews one.
Oh, really?
really.
That's the one I don't like.
I say you go with the Hawkinson one, Eddie.
Over
Under? Eddie likes the over on that.
Yeah.
You
He
like
likes
the
the-
under on Hawkinson? Against the Lions? No.
Wait, he picked the over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that one.
Okay, can I do the Hawkinson one?
You like under?
You know why? Because Dan Campbell's gonna be like, we're gonna
Oh,
fuck
yes.
that guy up.
Okay.
Yup,
All right.
yup.
And I roll
We got
with,
Eddie on Eddie crime.
and I roll with Dan Campbell. Yeah,
Ed and
Fucking
Eddie.
Make it nice
Spice
and-
it up.
make it nice and juicy.
Is
Ralphie.
that done? Yeah. Oh shit.
I bought 2 of them.
2 cans.
Yeah, I bought 2 for a reason.
Uh
I
oh.
might have to take one home because that's some
Reasons.
leftover pumpkin pie. I ran out. I can't eat it without whipped cream.
You ran out of Cool Whip.
Cool.
Cool Whip.
So we are doing this.
So we're doing a second pie bet next week.
Second pie bet next week to the face. I think we got to call Jacob.
Jacob.
Call Jacob. Man, we got to have some sponsors. We got to have the Win, fucking Jacob Emrani.
Yes, Silver
MGM. We need to start.
Silver Oak.
Raisin Canes.
No.
Excuse me, ladies. Could you do me a huge favor? Can you call this guy named Jacob? Yes, he has a job to do.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.
Man, so let's put Eddie Money here.
Eddie Money. I will get out.
That's it.
Did we load it up?
Oh, it's loaded. It's locked and loaded. Should I move for this? I should move for this. What do you want me to do?
It's a lot of whipped cream.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cream. Now, are you guys going to do it back here behind?
Cover that sweater.
No, Jacob's going to whip him.
Jacob's going to get him.
Are you going to pie him? Yeah, for sure. Fuck yeah. He's been, look, he's stretching.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah. He's
Eddie,
like,
I keep
fuck
forgetting
yeah.
that. You're not going to get it. It's the other Eddie.
You keep on wanting me to get it?
I keep forgetting.
We're doing this right here in the camera?
Oh, you have to.
We got to do it. Yeah,
So where do you
yeah.
want to do it so I can move?
Eddie probably move that. Move it to the side.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.
Hold on.
So
hold
I'm going to
on.
move. I'm going to move over here.
Boom metal.
Mike White didn't do me justice.
Mike White.
Hold up.
Pie to the dome.
Pie to the dome. Wait.
Mike White.
Hold on.
Wait. You're gonna get that. That's expensive.
Let me grab my drink.
Sit him down. Sit him down.
Sit down, brother. Hold on.
Call Jacob.
Can I go now? Open your mouth.
Hold on. We're Instagram live as well.
On 6.
On 6. What the fuck is
On
that?
6. Fuck's going on?
5, 6.
Yeah!
Got him. For betting on fucking Mike White.
That's for betting on Mike White, guy.
His grandmother didn't even bet on him.
My wife, Mike White.
Mike White.
Ah, yes.
Jesus. Oh, no, it's on plenty of video.
All right. Hawks, go get some towels here.
Jesus, there's crud here.
Someone had a cream pie.
Like Chris Farley would say, mud. On Tommy Boy. Fucking white mud.
So,
Guys, don't bet on Mike White.
Yeah,
This is the shit that happens.
white mud. Who's ever heard of white mud?
You ever you saw Tommy Boy? I said crud.
So, I think that covers everybody. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, customcars.com, cars with the K, or
No.
custom with the K,
Cars with a Z.
cars with a Z. That will be in our bio. And also Pretty Lashes. Thank you for sponsoring us. Thank you guys for joining us. Reminder again, everybody. You have to be submitted December 15th, midnight. You have to subscribe to our YouTube. You have to follow us on Instagram and tag 3 people. And
On that post on our
On that one
official
post.
We're going to put out another couple posts this week.
Yeah.
we'll
Just so you
remind
guys
you,
know.
but on the DiCaprio, when you see DiCaprio,
the pin. It's pinned to our page.
yes.
There's 2 of them, the reminder and then the main one. You'll see it. It's pinned to our page. So go to that one, tag 3 people, and then subscribe on YouTube. And that's your official.
yes, and by December 15th midnight, and
Guys, real quick before we're done, shout out to Odie. It's his birthday today.
Odie.
So he wasn't here to join us. Happy birthday,
Yes.
Odie. He's out celebrating with his family.
happy birthday, Odie! I hope you see this, man. I can't wait to have you back in here in the chair on the
Odie
mic.
said he will 100% be here next week.
Yes,
He will be here live and in color next week, along
Yes.
with E-Buck, to put down some shots.
yes, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to our social media manager, Jay Bird. Thank you for making it tonight. Eddie Money, thank you for being a good sport. How'd that pie to the face feel?
That was a lot of whipped cream.
That's what she said.
Very nice.
That's what she said. And then my man Rafa over here, thank you for the amazing trip to Vegas. That was a great freaking time.
We had a blast, brother.
And any closing thoughts, Jay? What? How do you want to go out?
Just keep it going. It's been good. These picks, Rafa's on fire.
Rafa's on fire.
Keep it going.
Guys, we've been on fire. I've been getting I get texts from guys like, hey, last night, text from like 4 people. What do you like tonight? I said, listen, tonight is just the under. If you want to bet the under, take the under tonight. And the under cashed, easy peasy.
Yeah.
It was never in doubt. So if you have my number, you can text them.
People need to pay attention and write stuff down, like you said.
But
Get a pen
don't
and
text me
paper.
on Saturday night. What's the blue chips for tomorrow?
Yeah.
You should have listened.
Yeah. Repost,
Yes,
repost, like.
Boomers.
Boomer, you're
enemy
guilty of that, Boomer.
Enemy number one over here.
Fucking Boomer.
Yeah, just repost, like, pay attention. We got the scoop, man.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for sharing. We are dedicated. We want to help you guys out. I think that's the cause here, man. We want to help you guys out.
We have fun doing it.
Yeah.
We want to give you a little bit of our opinion for sure. And on the picks, we do go through them. So we're +9 on the season for the blue chips. We're 29-20.
Yeah.
Okay. So now when the NFL season's over, we'll get into NBA. We'll give you some NBA picks for the week.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll head into MLB,
Yeah.
which is always tough. So we will keep going. Now, remember, the March Madness giveaway, if we get to 5,000 subscribers, which we know is super ridiculous number, but if you guys share and tell your friends, we will give out $5,000 championship week of March Madness. So before the tournament starts, the Big Ten tournament, ACC, while those tournaments are going on, that Friday, we will have a $5,000 giveaway if we have 5,000 subscribers.
We're going to
or more.
hit that shit easy. 5,000 is nothing.
To let everyone know.
Yes.
Let everybody
tell a
know.
friend,
I have-
tell a friend,
$5,000
tell a friend.
for your
Yes.
March Madness trip
Tell a
or
friend to
for
tell a
your
friend.
fiance.
That's what
Thank
it
you,
is.
everyone. Eddie, kick the music on. Kick
Let it ride.
Beats
Let it ride.
by Jay. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Oh, hand me my wine over here. We got the
My
cheers.
wine.
My wine. Thanks, Rafa.
Salud, brother. Cheers, cheers. Cheers.